I want you to know that I'm happy for you. I wish nothing but the best for you both. I know the version of me. Is she perverted like me? Would she go down on you in a theater? Does she speak eloquently? And would she have your baby? I'm sure she'd make a really excellent mother. 'Cause the love that you gave every day wasn't able to make it enough for you to be open wide. No. And every time you speak her name, does she know how you told me you held her till you died? Till you died, but you're still alive. And I'm here to remind you of the mess you left when you went away. It's not fair to deny me of the cross I bear that you gave to me. You ought to know. You seem very well. Things look peaceful. I'm not quite as well. I thought you should know. Did you forget about me, Mr. Duplicity? I hate to bug you in the middle of dinner. There was a slap in the face. How quickly I was replaced. And are you thinking of me when you fuck her? 'Cause the love that you gave every day wasn't able to make it enough for you to be open wide. No. And every time you speak her name, does she know how you told me you'd hold me until you died? Till you died, but you're still alive. And I'm here to remind you of the mess you left when you went away. It's not fair to deny me of the cross I bear that you gave to me. You ought to know. Cause I joked that you laid in the bed that was made, and I'm not gonna fade as soon as you close your eyes. And you know it. Every time I scratch my nails down someone else's back, I hope you feel it. Well, can you feel it? Well, I'm here to remind you of the mess you left when you went away. It's not fair to deny me of the cross I bear that you gave to me. You ought to know. I'm here to remind you of the mess you left when you went away. It's not fair to deny me of the cross I bear that you gave to me. You ought to know.
Oh, we are so back right now. What a day. What a last couple of days, really. Oh, hold on. Let me get my thing. And you guys know how it rolls. There we go. What a crazy, 2 days it's been. Yesterday, I went to election court. Won. You're welcome. Don't worry, we're going to talk about that. And then today, found more stuff out. And all I can say is totally over the target of what is happening right now in Marion County, in Hendricks County. I will tell you, too, Hendricks County seems to be far more based Jimmy in the chat, Johnny in the chat, Steve in the chat. Let's go. We were so back, waiting for the other regulars to hop in there. Ducky in the chat. There we go. That's what I was waiting for. And Polly in the chat. There we go. We got the whole team getting up here. I love it. Full docket, boys. That's all I can say. Massive full docket tonight. It's going to be a long one, so buckle in. Let me make sure I got this adjusted right. All right, first things first. It has been confirmed that today, May 2nd, Avon Code Enforcement has removed 89 Sid Mahat signs from right-of-ways, which is a crazy amount of number, a crazy number that I can't even fathom. Now, I will tell you what, I am right on the border of Hendricks County. I am like, if it wasn't for the Modern Rockville project, it'd be like a 3-minute drive to Avon, or as Sid says, Awan. And there are a crazy amount of Sid Mahat signs if you go down Rockville, if you go down Washington, and the big ones that he has seems to be owned by Indians. Who would have thought, right? The gas stations, the home over on Rockville, seems like it's an abandoned house, but it's owned by an Indian. So, and if you guys wander around Hendricks County, especially like Rockville or Awan and Plainfield, you will notice there are a bunch of Sid Mahat signs everywhere. Places that I've never even thought that you could put them. However, in the rules, it says that you are not allowed to put a sign on a right-of-way. Now, I will tell you what. The rules in Marion County, there are no rules. The rules in Hendricks County, there are rules, which is a massive difference with the election office that they have over there, with the rules that are applied. Now, I see a bunch of Jorge Hornado signs all on the right-of-ways that are never removed. I have right one across the street from me. That will never get removed. In Hendricks County, they are not messing around. So people in Hendricks County, enjoy it while you can, because I'm sure once it becomes blue, it's over. All right, so moving forward with that, 89 signs from the Sid Mahat, Volkswagen. It's so true, Polly. I have noticed, at least going in around Awan and Plainfield on Washington, is that even a week ago, there were some Sid Mahat signs, and then day by day they've been getting removed. You're not supposed to put them there. Remember that post that I made on Indie Reporter and said, hey, someone might want to tell Sid, like, you are not allowed to put signs unless you have been approved to put the signs there. Now, I'm sure he'll plead ignorance, but this is what everybody needs to remember. You have a guy that is running for office that it will be responsible for writing laws, and this guy does not understand the law. Yeah, not good. That's all I'm going to say. And I know there's a lot of arguments, and, we'll talk about Kendall here in a second, of, hey, you know what? We got to get rid of these people. I refuse to replace one shitbag with a bigger shitbag, okay? I don't care who it is. I don't know how long they've been in office, but I refuse to do that. Anyway, speaking of shitbags, Jefferson Shreve, it shows up that he has been appropriated. He's on the House Committee on Appropriations. And if you guys do not know what they do, they're the ones that control the money. They're the ones that decide where the money goes. I know this because I watch the IGA, I watch the Ways and Means, and I watch Appropriations. And those are the people that decide where the money goes. Now, one could say the reason why he got that position is because he has so much cash that he's able to give to other legislators, other congressmen, other senators, or even other people that give money to those people, the lobbyists, the PACs, etc. Jefferson Shreve has so much fuck you money that we can't even wrap our head around it. I mean, literally, can you imagine spending $14 million on a mayor's race and then lose and then act like it's no big deal? And then the next year, run for Congress, spend what, half a dozen million on the Congress? I don't know how much exactly you spent. I thought it was around there. The Shrevenator. Good God, yeah. This is my point, though. Sarah Janice Brown is a way better candidate than Jefferson Shreve. I don't think she has that much money, even though I haven't seen a lot of ads lately. So she must have invested a bunch of money into her, or someone's buying them for her. I'm not sure which one, but it will be fascinating. I think the race will be closer than people realize. At the same time, I have lost basically all my confidence in voters after watching Jefferson Shreve talk about in 2023 how he wants to take away assault rifles and raise the age to buy a gun, and then the next year run for Congress, and the people that are in these deep red counties say, oh no, I'm totally going to trust a gun grabber. And then what happened this year? He gets endorsed by the NRA, which goes to show you these people have no moral compass at all. The NRA, any of these people in Hancock County and Johnson County, all that matters is the almighty dollar. Okay, unless you have money and you are ready to sell your soul to Moloch and throw away your moral compass, there you go. That's the only way to win in politics, for the most part. All right, moving on. Speaking of it, guess who might be running for a fourth time? That's right, Boss Joe Hogsett. I'm here to tell you, I hope that he runs for a fourth time. Not only do I hope he runs for a fourth time, I hope that he wins the primary. Because next year, during the debates, let me tell you what, it's going to be full content machine. Next year is going to be such an amazing time to finish off the Marion County GOP. Now, right now, the knife is right now, it's just stuck a little bit. Because you see them all getting mobbed, which we'll talk about here in a second. And next year, we're going to finish them off. The goal next year is to make sure that Indianapolis is completely Democrat controlled. We are going to be wiping off the Marion County GOP off the map. We are going to basically turn Indianapolis into California, into LA. Because why? Fuck them. That's why. Yeah, exactly, Steve. They're made that back inside. I know for sure. Dude, oh man, I saw a funny you say that, Ducky. I was looking something up because I was trying to find the tweet where they were talking about like insider trading, and I found the post that was like, "Hey, show the difference between these two," and it was like Shreve and Hogs. I was like, I can't tell the difference. They're the same picture, right? They're basically the same guy. And this is what I'm saying for next year. I know some of you guys might get mad, especially in Marion County, about what I'm saying about how we have to finish off the GOP. The GOP in Marion County has been infiltrated by Todd Young people. If you look at the leadership and the Todd Young people, the Shreve people, the Kyle Walker people, all the uniparty douchebags are now controlling the Marion County GOP. And we have to just call them out in public and make sure that we lose all motivation, all hope in Marion County, because there is no hope in Marion County. It's totally over. Hate to break it to you, but it's totally over. You just get levels of shit around each township. That's all. And right now, the best level of shit is in Wayne Township for them, but not really. But anyway, Jamie Briggs over here, he starts losing his mind because I think Jimmy from the block, is a VOP guy. Because when he had that article about VOP announcing his run for mayor, he was basically just saddling on his balls the entire time. He's like, oh, you know what? This guy's so great. This guy's going to make a difference. It's like the guy was Indy Council president for how long? And what did he accomplish at all? Besides kicking that lady out of the meeting that I was at. That was an interesting time, by the way. And by the way, has Jimmy Briggs ever asked where Hogsett was in 2020? Let me tell you what, unless there is a candidate out there that runs for mayor that promises to release the Hogsett files, to release the Thomas Carl Cook files, do not take them serious at all. I'm telling you. All right, moving on, though. And, basically Briggs is saying, he's like, you said that you weren't going to run. The third time was your final time. Dude, Shreve said the same thing. And guess what? He ran for Congress. Everybody's allowed to change their mind. Go change your tampon. Go cry in your cuck chair, all right? Everybody's allowed to change their mind if they're going to run for office or not. It's not a big deal. And I know there's an article from 2022 saying that he has unfinished business in re-election bid back in 22. And, yeah, he's got more to destroy. That's when Shackelford was running for office, too. All right. This is where we are in Marion County right now. The apathy, the zero hope, the black pilling, one could say. Abdul Hakeem Shabazz posted out Marion County primary party breakdown as of noon today. That was today. 89% Democrat, 11% Republican, almost 15,000 total early votes so far. Oh, I should have. Oh, yeah. So yeah, this is straight party. I'm sure how this is being measured as straight party ticket. I was like, oh, I'm a registered Republican. I'm a registered Democrat, basically. Now, you guys have to realize too, is that there is so much competition right now on the Democrat side. You know how we see a whole bunch of competition in red areas? Well, the same thing applies in blue areas. So right now we got a loaded Congressional District 7. We have a loaded primary. Or actually, let me just show you. Let me show you how crazy this one is right now, especially in Sparks' district. Because remember that, what is it, J.D. Ford? That J.D. Ford, our favorite little boy, he's running on the Democrat side, right? Look how many people are running for the Democrat side. We got J.D. Ford, we got Jackson Franklin, which is basically a more retard version of Jesse Brown. You have some boomers that are running for it. You have Tara Nelson. I think she's Cuban, maybe. I don't know. Puerto Rican. I don't know. But I think J.D. Ford is going to take it. Jackson Franklin is basically the DSA type. God, everybody deserves something for nothing. And everybody else, I'm not exactly sure about. Deborah Pickett, I think she ran in 24. She lost against Sparks. But also remember, I know Sparks doesn't have that much money right now because she doesn't need the money right now. She needs the money in the general. So Scott King, whoever this guy is, who looks like a plumber, not that I'm mocking plumbers, but if you're going to run for Congress, you're going to need a lot of money, especially when you're trying to take out the Queen V. But remember, is like there's nothing really happening. Jason Hammer talked about this before, and he even talked about it with Tony Samuel, lobbyist Tony Samuel. Tony Samuel that donates money to Justin Mowat, by the way, but it's allegedly this MAGA guy, which is total fucking bullshit. Tony Samuel is a snake. Fuck him. He was asked by Jason Hammer, but as lobbyists will protect lobbyists, didn't want to say anything bad. Listen, Hammer and Nigel, do me a favor. Just have me on the show. I will bring far more entertainment during that segment than Tony Samuel ever will. He is just another boring-ass boomer lobbyist. But going back to what I was saying, there's nobody on the ticket for the Republican side. You have a clerk already who a guy who allegedly wants to get rid of voter ID. You have Philip Faust, and you have Felipe Rios, and then that other dude. Vote Felipe Rios. The other dude, Patrick McCauley, or whatever his name is, he's a Uniparty guy. Just vote for Felipe Rios. If you want to give like true blackpilling to Natalie for the CD7, vote for Felipe Rios. They are not help. You guys have to remember too, Marion County GOP is not helping anybody. Let me further on that for all you guys out there. Hold on. What did you say? My thing is blocking. Tony Samuel is lame. Yeah, Tony Samuel is 100% lame. Abu Hub. Oh, well, I'm glad you said that, John, because guess what the next tab is? Right there. Because Rob Kendall goes, Natalie Goodwin seems to be really motivating and registering lots of Marion County Republicans. Remember this, March 1st, 2025, John? Because I was there along with a bunch of other people. And what does this douchebag Jim Sullivan say? Congratulations. Now let's unite and move forward. Fuck that guy, too. What an absolute clown. Score one for the establishment, by the way. Hey, total W. And if you look up establishment on Abdul's page, look at this. All establishment stuff. What is it? I Am the Establishment in 2017. I think there was one too. It's like, what's wrong with the establishment? Well, let me refresh this. The joy of the establishment. The establishment strikes back. Blah, blah, blah. Here's to the establishment. I'm off to bed. Absolute clown is what he is. But you know what? Kendall will never ask Abdul about this on State House Happenings, which is an absolute shame. Good job. Based vote, John. No doubt. Like, no joke either. That is a based vote for Rios. I know some of you guys are like, oh, fuck the Mexican. It's like, no, actually, like, Rios is not going to win. I was talking to somebody about this earlier today. Was like, there is not a single Republican that will beat Andre Carson. You could have the guy that solves cancer, that solves Lou Gehrig's disease, and insert any other massive killer of diseases, and that person would cure it off of his own money, and Democrats will still vote for a shit on a stick because Democrat voters are locked in. That's why there's so much more infight. That's why this year there's so much more interesting, because there is a lot of infighting, mostly on the left right now, in at least when it comes to Bai and Potter. But obviously with the Senate stuff, there's even more inside fighting. But my point is to all of that is Natalie Goodwin does not care. Marion County GOP is already dead. They're not helping Philip Faust at all. Pointed that out. That was pointed out like a week or so ago when you look at the 2022 pre-primary campaign reports and you compare them to now. Carrasco got a crap ton more money than Philip Faust has. And the thing is, like, they're just not going to help him campaign. The only people that are going to benefit from Philip Faust running are the campaign strategists. Whoever, though, did the best he could to win over. I know. Yeah, exactly. Wart, Drew in the chat, let's go. John did the best he could to win over Julia G. Yeah. That's true, though. You know, there are a couple of flubs, but I think in the end, when you have so many appointed people, they were just never going to win. And by the way, we still had never found out how many people, well, we know how many people were appointed, but when they were appointed. Were they appointed after the deadline or before the deadline? That'll be one of those JFK things that we'll never find out. All right. Yeah, fuck that guy. All right, moving on. The most beautiful man in Vigo County / Terre Haute, Ben Verbanek.
Hey guys, News 10's Ben Verbanek here. Imagine a world where you get in your own car to go for a drive, but before you can start the engine or shift out a park, a built-in artificial intelligence system scans your face, analyzes your behaviors, and determines if you're alert enough.
We call this the Bohachek function.
To drive. It sounds like a far-off, distant future science fiction vibe, but it's not. It's happening, and it's happening soon. The federal government recently passed a law that says all new cars built 2027 and onward here in the United States of America must include this exact type of technology. I'll have more information about what this new law says, and I also got some input from a local automotive expert. We can hear more about this and learn how it might impact you at 5-6.
So yeah, totally Big Brother stuff going on here with the cars. You know, Volvo started this back in like 22, and I think this will just be an added function. We'll see if it gets turned. People will find a way to turn this off, by the way, just like they found a way to turn off the start-stop stuff. All right, what I was talking about with Kendall as well. So Kendall is obviously going in what I would call scorched earth mode right now, which is very amusing because some people don't realize that a lot of times Kendall is trolling everybody. I sometimes wonder if, like, where is the trolling with the truth? And here's why. So he voted, but he's basically voting against all incumbents. Fine, whatever. But this is a, what do you call it? A mortal sin when it comes to being a popular person. He goes, full disclosure, I know absolutely nothing about Sheila Zielinski running for state house, but I know she isn't Jeff Thompson. Here has always been my rule. You're not going to vote in for one shitbag and then replace him with another shitbag that might be worse. That is my what I will always vote. Either I will not vote or I will vote for the person that I think would do a better job. In this case, it was be way more recommended. You just said, don't vote or give advice. Go do your own research. Don't take my word for it. We don't know who this person is because I looked into this person, by the way. So I looked into Sheila Zielinski a little bit. Why would we place one fucking boomer with another boomer especially one that has zero experience and who's just going to get mogged on the floor the entire time, who's going to get nothing done. I mean, there's arguments for it, but let me show you, because I went onto her website, and this is where I saw. Yeah, I mean, pretty basic website overall, probably done by her or somebody that she's related to on the cheap or for free. I think Sheila Zielinski is a small L liberal. And here are key words that she is using. We're going to improve our economy. How? Provide access to childcare. Boy, that's a liberal talking point. Healthcare affordability. Okay, how? Quality education for our children and grandchildren. In what way do you mean by that? And then, but she is support pro-life. Okay, fine. I can get on board with that. Fine by me. However, what do you mean provide access to childcare? Who is not allowed to have childcare right now? That's what I'd like to know. You even have third worlders that are using their anchor babies to get green cards here. Who is not allowed to have childcare right now? Because when you say that, you're saying, like, hey, that person is not allowed to have childcare. Sorry, boy, I can't do it. Voting for them. That's fine, John, but, you know, I'm not going to vote for one shitbag or encourage one person for another. Just don't vote. It's that simple. Voting for them to have control over my, that's going to be a no for me, dog. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, you can. But you're moving out of the state, so you don't have to worry about it. You're basically setting off a grenade and walking away. I still have to live here. I don't have millions of dollars like you do. Healthcare affordability and quality education. What do you mean by quality education for all children and grandchildren? All right, moving on. She door knocked my area. Thompson just puts a big sign. He doesn't return vote. That is something that I have heard about a lot. But, you know, that's almost every legislator. And even some, I refuse to vote for more boomers. That's where I'm at, too. And because there are so little based boomers out there that I'm just like totally off the boomer wagon. Maybe if there was, I would be like, all right, that's an exception to the rule. Moving on with what else she said. This is what I cannot stand about people that do missionary work. There are so many problems in the U.S., whether it's homeless people or drugs or housing. Why the fuck are you going to go to Haiti? What, the place that was overtaken by a bunch of third world savages that from the people that were trying to help them, where you have a guy barbecue being a cannibal. What fucking help can you give these people? You can't. This is what annoys me so bad. This is another small L boomer quality character trait. Again, medical care and clean water to our parish twinning program in the community of Port Haiti. What about Flint, Michigan, my lady? Hey, Queen Bee. What about all the other places in the U.S. that has shit drinking water? Boomer power. See, if you guys were more based like me, we'd win so much more. Like, I understand the hate for Thompson. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to mog anybody for voting who they are. All I encourage people is to do more research. Like, this lady is going to be compromised by the Democrats with all. What she does, in my opinion anyway, reading all of this, she is suicidal empathy is what it is. She is the type that would allow third worlders come in here, totally ravage the medical system, totally molest and rape the education system, but yet we need to give more welfare dollars to these people. No, come over here, third world rapist. Come over here and rape my daughter while you're at it because you had a bad life. That's what Zielinski, in my opinion, represents. That's why this is the boomer problem, be honest with you, because there's very rare based boomers. I'm trying to think of at the top of my head. Oh, D2 Indy and Ducky. Those are based boomers. All right. And then you go in a little bit further into it. This will be the last thing I talk about her. But I'm just trying to like push the point, do the research on somebody. I like it more if you don't even vote for that person. Like, you're allowed to have that spot blank. Like, I would not vote for Thompson and I would not vote for Zielinski. I think Zielinski would be far too compromised way too quick. I think she'd be teaming up. I think she'd be teaming up with Democrats more than anything. Here's another part. Actions are better than political endorsements. Standing up for the unborn, supporting people with disabilities. Okay. Making sure those in need get quality medical care. Okay. And ensuring women have access to maternity care. What women don't have access to maternity care? It's not like they're saying, hey, woman, you can't have maternity care. Show me where that is happening. That's what I'd like to know. This is why I keep saying about political messaging. Because this is where I have a problem with political messaging. What do you mean? This is what the problems that I have with Bo Bai, with Baby Birch Bai, or Sid Mahant, or any of these people. What the fuck are you talking about? Who doesn't have access to A, B, and C? Everybody has access to them. They're allowed it. Caring for one another is what a community is all about. You care more about Haiti than the people in Brownsburg. So, fuck off. Right here is clearly the cherry on top of what I'm trying to say. If you want humanity to progress, or you facilitate smart people instead of spending tens of trillions of dollars developing the third world for cheap labor, causing a population boom amongst really stupid populations who can't even feed themselves. This is the exclamation mark. You go to places like Haiti who are literally eating each other. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. They literally are ruled by somebody that is a cannibal. And we're expected to be like, oh no, we could totally fix this. We could totally fix the culture. Yeah, we tried that. Remember, they got overtaken by the people, and all the people that were trying to help them got raped and murdered. Yes, we can totally fix that. We took the survival of the fittest and turned it into save the dumbest. The true idiocracy. Let's just pump more money and try and fix their culture. Maybe they'll find a better way. No, they won't. They have decided their fate. You can't fix any of this. They want this. They want starving babies on the street. They want what I'm going to post about. They want rape festivals in Nigeria. That is part of their culture. You cannot fix that. And Zelensky's like, oh no, we need to worry about Haiti. Bitch, we got problems in Indiana. What are you talking about? All right. But to be fair, she did give herself $20,000. Respect, okay? Respect of her own money for her campaign. So I do respect people that have actual skin in the game and not just being a paper candidate. I do love that part. At the same time, Jeff Thompson did get $60,000 from HRCC. John, can you imagine if we got $60,000 from HRCC? I'm just saying. All right. If you aren't forced through problems, you'll never get fixed. I mean, that's the thing. You have to be a fascist to fix all this stuff. If you want these problems to be solved, you have to be a dictator. That's the only way to do it. You have to be like, nope, we are going to execute you on the street. We will no longer be having brutal rape festivals in Nigeria. We are done with that. We will no longer have this. Every day after school, this McDonald's was bombarded with kids loitering and hanging out. If you may buy something, yada, yada, yada. They had to hire a security guard. Under a true fascist state, by the way, we would not have this problem. We would be buck breaking these juveniles. We would be putting them in boo boxes. We would not have this problem. But of course, this person right here is like, this is hot as hell outside. Look at this. Is it okay to treat kids like this? Dude, they're going in there and loitering. This is why the food desert argument is easily debunked. Because when you have a grocery store, when you have a place of business and it's getting ransacked by these savages, by these animals, why would a business want to be there? They are going there to make money, and they are going to offer a service or goods. And they're going to say, we offer this and we offer that. If you would like to purchase one of the two or both, this is how much it's going to be. And then these fine astronauts and scholars of the world are going to say, no, we're actually going to destroy it and make it a problem so people don't want to come here anymore. It's a problem. I would have loved to have $60 from that. So true. Dude, I would have loved an email or a phone call back. I would be okay with that and just say, no, Whitty, we aren't going to give you anything, not even a stamp. Oh, man, it's so terrible. What are you going to do? It's the worst. what was it? Those people need to be forced to confront their own issue instead of fleeing with countries. We need to deport them back, is what it is. All right, so going on with this is what I mean. Like, you will only be able to solve these issues with fascism. Now, hear me out. A Philadelphia boy who was exposed to his fellow classmates for being unable to read a simple sentence is now under threat of being blocked from graduating and expelled simply for blowing the whistle on his school's low literary. They could not say silhouette.
Bro, I don't know, bro.
Read the index card for me.
She were.
Hold on, let me show you right quick. Oh, you can't see. Bam. All right, they're right there. She wore a silhouette of clothes that were extraordinary but somewhat gosh.
A suit, clothes that were. Who's this for? Extraordinary but somewhat Gertrude?
Now explain what that means.
I don't know.
She wore a sahalat of clothes that were extraordinary, whatever, bro, but somewhat gooch.
What does that mean?
She wore a lot. Wait, she wore. Bro, I don't know, bro. Can you take the card back, please?
She wore a. Oh, baby. She wore a silhouette of clothes that were. Bitch, I don't know that word. I don't even know how to read. I don't know why I did it.
She wore a silhouette of clothes that were extraordinary, but somewhat gosh.
All right, now what does that mean?
I have no idea. Like his clothes is nice or something like that.
She wore a. I don't know what this shit say.
Then walks away. This is what I mean, though. This is the hey, we need to have better public education. The only way to solve this problem is to be a dictator and say, this is the line. We are not going to do this anymore. But hey, by the way, I'm not encouraging fascism. I'm just saying, like, the only way to fix this is that. Not dump more dollars into it. Oh, they just didn't know that much, man. Listen, they just don't read that good. It's no big deal. They can still function in the world. Yeah, they're going to be a glorious ditch digger or a great Uber Eats driver if they were even functionally competent to drive a car. Which goes into the Nigerian rape festival. I mean, this is true horror beyond anything else. This is something out of a movie, but it's happening in real life today. Over in Nigeria, clips circulating social media, women are seen running through crowded streets while groups of men pursue them. Moments later, the women are surrounded, their clothing torn off as they are groped, assaulted, while bystanders film and shout, with some appearing to cheer. This is true culture, okay? This is not something that schooling would fix. This is baked into their DNA. Wherever you go, by the way. Listen, I live in Wayne Township. Ben Davis is right down the street from me. We saw what happened during the protest, the ICE protest. What were they doing? Twerking, saying the most obnoxious bullshit. I think the ones over on the east side were getting a little bit more crazy than the ones in Ben Davis. Like, man, fuck guys, man. But we all know what they were doing. They just wanted to get out of school because they don't know how to say the word silhouette. But this is what I'm saying. This is straight up culture. This is horror stuff. All right, moving on from that, we need a king, bro. King Whitty at your service. All right, listen. Day one, I will be firm but fair, okay? I mean, I think Ducky would approve of me being king. I think Polly would approve of me being king. I know the one person that would 100% approve of me being king. That would be Drew. All right. Speaking of king, when I am king, only English will be spoken. All right. There will be the pressed one for Espanol. There'll be none of that. This campaign poster for Renee Sampath, Star Wars name, on the ballot for Washington, D.C. mayor. It calls for her the pride of the Devangar with a hard R community and features a caste association endorsement. It urges Indians in D.C. and Devangar members to vote for her. This is exactly what Sid is doing, by the way. He's trying to get the Sikhs, the Punjabis, all the foreigners, the Africanos, the Congolese, the Nigerian rapists to all vote for him. This is because, hey, the demographics are changing, so therefore you need a different representative. What That's code for, hey, there's a lot of foreigners coming in here and we need better representation. Even to the point where they got so upset about HB 1200, the CDL bill, that they are sort of low-key threatening to have a Punjabi Chamber of Commerce. Because nothing says equality and fair like lowering the minimum requirement to get an Indiana CDL because my English is discriminative for people whose first language isn't English. All right, I wouldn't trust you. That's it. You're getting deported for proving. Oh yeah. All right, someone's gonna be my slave. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. All right, so let's have some fun. Let's have some fun, boys and girls. It is time to have some fun. Glamorous JP Morgan executive accused of turning married male broker into her sex slave, Viagra spiking, and litany of obscene forced acts made me cry. That made him cry. Now, I knew right off the bat that this was probably fake. Well, let's read the article. 37, Lorna Hagini, an executive director, is accused in the filing of coercing a married banker into non-consensual and humiliating sex acts over months despite his pleas for her to stop. Oh, please, boss. Please don't do a birthday BJ. Where is it right here? So it was John Doe, who is Asian. Spoiler alert, he's Indian. Joined as blank blank and blank blank blank. He claimed she so Doe alleges Hagini dropped her pen on the floor next to his desk and while bending in to pick it up, rubbed his leg and squeezed his calf. He claims she then remarked, "Oh, you did play basketball in college? I love basketball players. They get me so wet." From there, Doe alleges the advances grew even more explicit and frequent. Later that May, Doe said in the complaint that Hagini invited him out for drinks, but he declined. In response, she is alleged to have said, "If you don't fuck me soon, I'm going to ruin you. Never forget, I fucking own you." And then twice, Doe claims that Hagini propositioned him for oral sex in the office. On one occasion asking, "Birthday BJ for the brown boy? My little brown boy." While Doe claims he continued to resist her advances, Hagini allegedly threatened professional retribution, telling him if he wanted to be promoted to executive director, he would need to start pleasing her, according to the lawsuit. "You're going to need to earn it, my little Arab boy toy," Doe alleges. She told him during a work social event at her private members club. During the same event, he claims she reportedly gripped his groin under the table and spat in her hands, rubbing them all over his neck and head. Please stop. Please. No BJ for the birthday brown boy. Oh, dude, you know this was totally fake. All right, there's no way that this happened. During the second encounter, Hagini allegedly ordered him to suck her toes, push him to the ground, and sat on his face, berating him when he was unable to sustain arousal. "I'm very uncomfortable, please. Lorna, please, I'm begging you." Doe claims that he told her, but she allegedly laughed before making a racist remark that at least his genitals didn't taste like curry, according to the complaint. Where's the one about the cannons? Oh, here it is. Hagini then allegedly removed her shirt. Oh, hold on. So Hagini allegedly said, "Do you want to get promoted at year end or not?" Hagini warned him, according to the lawsuit, "Do you want a future at JP Morgan? It's that simple. I don't know why you're fighting this." Hagini then allegedly removed her shirt, began fondling her breast, and racially insulted Doe's wife, remarking, "I bet your little Asian fishhead wife doesn't have these cannons." Hagini allegedly admonished him for crying and scolded him for failing to achieve an erection. "Stop fucking crying. You think anyone would ever believe you? You're a fucking douchebag who thinks he's hot shit, but you can't even get your dick hard from me. What the fuck is this?" she allegedly said. Dude, I would be the greatest voice person for a book, especially for a sexual book. This is the funniest shit ever. "Dear Diary, my boss sat on my face and I could not get my dick hard." Dude, all of this sounds like total fakeness, all right? But I have to read it out loud because it's so damn funny. Especially when you get a picture, the memes that are calling all this. This one from The Great Short. "She likes to call me her little brown boy because she thinks it makes me seem more authentic." Oh man. What is the charge? A birthday BJ for the brown boy? A succulent birthday BJ for my little brown boy? Dude, when you see the picture of her compared to him, it's like, oh, okay, this was, oh yeah, okay. So this guy looks like a cartoon character compared to the woman on the right. Do you really think this is true? There's just no way. However, I would be the ad reader for this book if this were ever to be published. The funniest stuff ever. I have to say it because it's just so damn funny. Maybe tall, might be tall. That's the only grace I'm willing to give. Regardless, they both look super dysgenic. Indians really have no shame. What I wonder what Holly Mutant said about this. I should find it. Hold on. Hold on. I kind of want to find out. Let's see. It lives. Okay. Okay. Not gonna lie, he is looking fresh. She did that shit. Oh man, if you guys don't follow Holly Mutant, this is one of the funniest Twitter pages. By hey, hear me out. Fish head with cannons. I tell you, the memes that are coming out of this is so damn funny. I know some of you are not gonna like this, but zips up. No, not this time. Dude, I'm telling you, it's the funniest stuff ever. Oh, now that's funny. I'm telling you, the memes coming out of this are just top tier chef's kiss style. All right, the next thing that we got to talk about, though, Winona Ryder. Oh, here it is. Yeah, bombshell sex harassment suit against Lorna Hagini banned. Complete fabrication, dude. The whole thing is totally fake. All right, so let's talk about Winona Ryder and JK. So today I learned that the lead singer of the band, Jamiroquai, JK, once broke up with Winona Ryder because the actress had breasts that were too big and she wanted to have sex very often. Here's a quote from the interview from 20 years ago. She just had huge breasts, bigger than they seem on screen. She had this habit of constantly dragging me into bed. It was exhausting. In the comments under the post where I got the photo show, people are joking that it's literally like saying something like, waiter, my steak is too juicy. I'm delicious. Do something about it. God, please stop. My steak is too juicy. My lobster is too buttery. But by far the greatest meme ever right here. Oh, God, I'm dating Winona Ryder and all she wants to do is ride me with her massive milk wagons. But I'm gay and only had one hit song. Somebody help me. Dude, man, yeah, totally. I don't want to put any goon material on here for you boys, but what lamestream outlet published this bullshit? Lobster too buttery, steak too juicy. Oh, that's the guy. Okay, I was trying to remember what music video he had, but it's so funny how like these lamos get somebody like Winona Ryder, Jamiroquai escaping Winona Ryder's huge gazangas. Okay, all right. This is all I wanted to talk about. Yeah, well, the memes coming out of this thing are, as the other ones, tremendous. I mean, a lot of milker memes for sure. This one right here.
And I got news for you. That means you're gay.
Babe, it's time for deceivingly big boobs and sex again. Yes, dear. All right, goon times. Yeah, that's basically it. All right, gooner bros. Enough of that. You guys can't get moist anymore. All right. Let's talk about. We're about an hour in. All right, let's talk about what happened yesterday, because I'm going to talk more about the Sid thing too. I'm going to warm up until we're going to talk about Sid again, about the things that he posted. Oh no. All right, so
no, absolutely.
This was the video that I sent an election complaint with. Let me show you this real quick.
Hey, where'd you get that bowl from?
I got it from Nottingham Ball.
Can I ask them?
No, absolutely. Come and join me on April 27th from 5 to 7 o'clock, and you will have one.
Okay, so what did he say? He said that if you join him from 5 to 7 on April 27th, which was this last Monday, you can get an article bowl. Now, this is from This is from his Facebook page, by the way. Come join me April 27th, 5 to 7 p.m. Must be 18 plus and eligible to vote in District 40. So this is why I sent in an election complaint. Was because I don't know, you could call this whatever you want. You can call this electioneering, maybe. I mean, that was what my original question was is this electioneering? Is this improper inducement, maybe? I don't know. I'm not saying it is, by the way. I'm not even saying that it is. I'm just saying if you were to show this video to a regular, normal person, which, by the way, I did. I sent it off to a couple of normal people to say, what do you think about this? And what they told me is, this sounds very sketchy. It's one thing to say, hey, let's have a meet and greet, and I'll buy you a bowl. By the way, these bowls are super overrated. Not only that, crazy overpriced at $11 for the smallest one. Now, it'd be one thing if you're going to say, I'm going to buy one of these bowls, and, it's $5 or whatever. Sid loaned himself $500,000. I'm sure he'll be fine. But the fact that you put, hey, have to be 18 and older and eligible to vote in District 40, that sends out massive red flags. What exactly does that mean? Why are you being so specific on that section at all? You can't be in District 97. No, it has to be 40. Okay, let's just say it's for the 18 plus. All right, fine. But the added part of that you have to be voting in my district, that seems very sketchy to me, which is exactly what I told the election commission in Hendricks County. Now, what was really funny was that it wasn't just me that filed a complaint. There was, and by the way, this has already been reported. It was posted on the Hendricks County Facebook page, Hendricks County GOP Facebook page. There was also a Democrat judge that spoke first, and they were saying that Sid had walked into the chute, aka the voter area. He was handshaking poll workers, which I thought was like, well, you're not supposed to be doing that. Let me tell you what, anybody that's ran an election has at least skimmed through the rules. They know that a candidate is not supposed to be in the polling area. Not only that, but people wearing campaign t-shirts or merch or anything to do that cannot be in that area at all. You're supposed to be outside. In fact, there are rules that, like, you're supposed to be 50 feet from the chute, from the voting area. But where does that, is it like straight? Is it curved? Like, I don't know. But the general rule is you're supposed to be outside, okay? And I know this because I've helped run campaigns. I've ran my own campaign. And the automatic rule is, the golden rule is, you're not supposed to be inside the area of where voting is. Like, in the building, okay? I remember I was at the Thatcher Park. And I had to go to the bathroom because I was outside handing out literature, talking to people trying to get vote for me. And I was like, well, I could either go home or I could take my merch off, my campaign stuff off, and then go to the bathroom, which is what I did. I had a different hat on. I had a different shirt on. I put my campaign materials inside the car, and I just went in there and went to the bathroom and came back out, changed, and then did that. I did not stay in there. I did not talk to anybody. I just went and drained the sea monster and got done with it. So everybody knows that is the golden rule. Huh? I released the dragon. Can't wear articles of clothing that imply they're voting for. Exactly, Ducky. See, Ducky gets it too. Yeah, anything. A button, a sticker. It doesn't matter what it is. You can't have any of that stuff implying that that's the person you should vote for. It all has to be outside. That is the rules. Everybody kind of knows that. And here's where people are starting to figure out. Even Democrats and Republicans are figuring out. Now, I did not know this about Sid. I kind of had heard, but I had no real proof of it. When Jackie Walorski died, let me go back. So one would think that a person that is running for office to write laws should know the law, right? Even basic campaign law, campaign rules, one could say. So when you, though, I was really funny. I was they were talking, and the judge and the election people. And hold on one second. And they asked Sid, is like, well, have you been on a campaign or like ran a campaign before? And he goes, this is the first time I've been on the ballot. And I was like, this snake ass motherfucker. Like, you got it. This is what I keep saying about the half truths with Sid. He doesn't want to tell the entire truth. He's like, well, I'll just tell them enough. He's basically playing the, hey, maybe they'll have forgiveness instead of permission. However that saying goes. That's the lady that died in a car accident. Yep. That is completely true, Ducky. That is Jackie Walorski. She died in, that whole conspiracy thing happened too. Okay, so she dies, and then they have a caucus to vote who's going to replace Jackie Walorski, who ended up being Rudy Yakum. But apparently, allegedly, Sid was part of that. Now, when they said caucus, I'm envisioning that he was running for the spot to run to replace Jackie Walorski, or I guess vote in it, one of the two. Then I find out that this is what they said, by the way. By the way, this is recorded. You can go back and you can ask for the recording. This was recorded. They said that when Sid had filed to run in Victoria Sparks' spot, whatever district number that is, and when she announced her re-election a few days before a deadline, that's when she moved. That's when Sid changed of, instead of that spot, he changed it to Greg Pence's spot, who was retiring, who was eventually replaced by Jefferson Shreve. So that got brought up. Like, holy shit, I did not know that. And then end up finding out too is that he was a vice precinct committeeman in Steuben County. It's like, what the crap is going on? And by the way, when he ran for Congress, and then he was kicked off the ballot for not doing two primary rule, which, by the way, I am totally for. He was like, oh, well, you know what? They just want to kick me off the ballot. He didn't want to tell the whole truth. It's like, you have to vote in two primaries. You can't just be some schlub that goes in there and be like, oh, I'm going to play Spoilmaker. You have to have actual skin in the game. You want serious people running for office. That's kind of the goal anyway. Moose and squirrel. Yeah, exactly, Ducky. So he ends up getting kicked off the ballot because he didn't have the two primary rule. But then you always see him play this victim card. Oh, it's the establishment. They didn't want me. Oh, it was off of some insert issue here. The total bullshit of bullshit, as it normally is. So I found that out. And the Democrat election person was basically saying, the guy whose name is saying, we are going to be following the rules. This is why I'm saying, like, the way that Marion County does it and the way that Hendricks County does it is completely different. Even though you could argue that the Diego thing, I mean, that is the rules. They do kind of pick and choose over Marion County. I think over in Hendricks County, at least from what I've seen, they do not play that game over there. So they were like, hey, given the evidence, we're trying to follow the rules. We will recommend this. We will push this over to the prosecutor's office. So how the commission was, or that's what I'm going to call it anyway. You had the county clerk, you had a Republican person, and you had a Democrat person, and then you had their lawyer. Now, the lawyer was basically saying, it's like, it's up to you guys at the end. You guys are the ones that vote on this. I'm just giving my recommendation, my advice, basically. So that issue got pushed over to the prosecutor's office. Then it was my turn to speak. It was my time to file the complaint. And this is what I did. I'll tell you exactly what I did. I had written down exactly what happened in this 11-second clip, and I described what it was. I said that I sent it. I had other people watch it and said I wanted to get your opinion because I wanted to make sure. Basically, I didn't want to think like I was overreacting. I'm like, that looks really sketchy, but I don't know what it is. So I even says, like, I don't know if there's electioneering. I don't know if there's improper inducement. And remember the improper inducement. This is going to get brought up here in a second. So then I give them a description. I say, yeah, I send it over to some normal people that aren't really even involved with politics. Like, what do you think on the surface? And they're like, seems very sketchy. Seems kind of like pay to play kind of deal. I was trying to choose my wording very carefully on what people are saying. I had one person tell me, it's like, this looks like absolute corruption bullshit. Like he's actually trying to buy votes. That's what someone told me. But I was very careful on the words that I was choosing. So then he had a lawyer there, and she was like, do you live in House District 40? And I go, no. And she's like, then you have no standing. It's like, well, I'm just a normal guy filing a complaint. I don't know what, I'm thinking to myself, I was like, what does that have to do with me living here? Even though I did think about it, it's like, well, I don't even live in the same county. I am just a regular guy that reports of what's going on and calling out everybody's bullshit. I wanted to say that, but I was very worried that they knew who I was. So, it was like, okay, whatever. And they're like, and then she was asked to, is like, did you put electioneering on the paperwork? And I go, or he's like, or something about, did I put improper inducement on the paperwork? And I go, well, it just says electioneering. She's like, okay. And she just wanted to kill the conversation. It's like, well, to be fair, I didn't have the proper grammar and I didn't put a question mark on there either. So it's like, hey, I'm adding stuff. It's like, I wasn't sure if it was electioneering, but I was like, well, I'm already there. I'm going to give my other 2 cents. And so they went back and forth a little bit. And her argument was like, he did not specifically say that if you come here and I'll buy you a bowl. And by the way, that was one of the things I'm like, well, we'll see how the whole plays out, because it has to have the intent, right? And also, like, maybe that was the intent. Here's where where I would say that I was probably in the right. It was deleted. Okay, if you think you're in the right, you wouldn't delete it. Also, you would have kept the event going on. But not only was it deleted, but the event was also canceled, with Sid going like it was canceled because of legal and technical issues. If you thought you were in the right, you would have kept it up. Everybody knows if I'm in the right and I know I'm in the right, I'm going to keep heading on. So then the council was basically like, well, at the end of the day, it's up to the board, the commission, however you want to say it. And I forgot. Oh, I think the clerk asked, is this electioneering? And because the rules for electioneering is basically very specific of, you have to say, if in like an incentive, I buy this bowl, you vote for me. That's what it is. And, by the letter of the law, that's probably true. I don't know. But if you were to show this video to somebody, they would all be thinking the same thing as I was thinking. This looks like pay to play. This looks like an incentive, which is what I said of, hey, trying to leer my way. Hey, maybe you were down the center, but now it's my way because I bought you some $11 yogurt bowl. That's basic. And so it was voted. And Democrat, Republican, and the clerk all voted yes, 3-0 for the Democrat judge's complaint and my complaint. And so both complaints will be sent over to the prosecutor's office. And from what it sounded like, the maximum amount, if there is like the maximum amount of consequence, it's going to be a misdemeanor. It's a fucking traffic ticket. But at the same time, like, Sid should know better than all of this. He is just the biggest fucking snake there is. The half-truth motherfucker. He blocked Indie Reporter on Facebook. He refuses to answer questions. When people ask him questions like, oh, that's just fake news. Oh, you're just trying to send out misinformation. It's like, no, dude, that's truth. There was articles on the 2 primary thing. There was an article of why he was kicked off the ballot. But then Sid wants to play the victim because he's just a little bitch. That's why. Sid Mahan, the bitch. And let me show you something else too. This was the post from Philip Clay, who's the Hendricks County clerk. He blatantly flouts the rules, which is troubling. Yeah, that's the thing. So when he was on Mouthwash with Ireland and Brad, Lucy, and John, he was like, oh, Ireland asked him about voting in different spots, like in Carmel, I think, and I don't know where the other one's, possibly Steuben County, because one of Greg Stewart-Wald's campaign things was, oh, he's voted in multiple places in the last few years. And Sid's answer is like, is that illegal? Is that illegal? It's like, no, but it's deceitful. You're saying that you're from Avon, but then the truth is you've been voting in other areas. And by the way, he had a Carmel house. I found the address. I'm not going to post it, obviously. But you're saying it's like, oh, he's basically tricking people or putting off that, oh, I've been in A1 the entire time. That's basically the message. He's not specifically saying that, but he's putting off the message like he's saying that. Even though I found a house in Carmel that was under his name, and all of a sudden now it's under his kid's name. A very expensive house, by the way. I don't know how some 20-something-year-old that works for his dad can afford a house like that, but hey, you know what? I'm just the guy that asks questions. But here it is, right? The statement from Philip Clay. Very based letter. Second complaint, both for, oh, this was the 2-1. Oh, this is a different one. Hold on, after discussion, huh? There was a 3-0 on this one. Is there a different one? Is this the 2-1 you were talking about? Or to again voted 2-1 to refer the manager prosecutor. Okay, maybe it was 2-1 then. I thought it was 3-0-3-0. Hold on. Because we were just having this talk yesterday, is that one of them was a 3-0, but I was there. Hold on, because there's one on Facebook and I clipped it from Facebook. Hold on. Because they were saying like, no, there was 2-1. I'm like, I was there because originally it was, oh, it's a different letter. Yeah, it's a different letter. That's why the original one was 2-1. That's where you saw it. Yeah, they changed it. Yeah, because I was there and I'm like, no, this was a 3-0-3-0 because originally the Democrat and Republican election person said yeah, and then the council looked at the clerk and then if she didn't say yay or nay, then she's like yay or nay, and then she just nodded her head. So it is, hey, guess what, folks? It is 3-0. 3-0. There we go. So both complaints will be sent over to the prosecutor's office. I will, I don't think anything's going to happen, by the way. I don't know. And then the lawyer is spurging out a little bit. It's like, I don't think we should be wasting resources on this. Yeah, Michelle Unity. Sid doesn't know the rules. He's a foreigner, so they don't apply to him. Someone's got it in for Sid. No, just follow the fucking rules. That's all you have to do. That's all you have to do is just follow the fucking rules. This guy, Eric Bailey, dude legit had over 100 signs on Ronald Reagan Parkway. Never voted for a Democrat locally. That makes me want to. Dude, I'm telling you, like, the A1 does not like Sid. Plainfield does not like Sid. He's just an unlikable piece of shit. And this goes back to what I was saying earlier. If you don't like either of them, don't vote for either of them. And then he posted this crap today. He's got some 16-year-old that he has saying like, oh, you know, this is the future. And what the fuck does a 16-year-old know about life?
Everybody should be represented, even those with lower income who can't get jobs because of who they are, what they look like, and housing should not be this expensive. Groceries should not be this.
Let's go back to that. He is saying that you can't get a job because of the way you look like. What kind of fucking retard is still saying that in 2027?
Even those with lower income who can't get jobs because of who they are, what they look like, and housing should not be this expensive. Groceries should not be this expensive. And he's trying to improve that.
And what exactly is Sid going to do about that? How is he going to lower the price of groceries?
All of us together.
Against be and not have to be discriminated against and not have the same opportunities as everyone else.
This is like, they found the stupidest fucking kid and they're like, hey, go talk about more racism. Go talk about more discrimination. Like, anybody still spewing this crap, you can't take seriously. And now, unfortunately, Sid is using this kid as a prop who absolutely does not know what he's talking about. And by the way, what below 18-year-old would you ever believe? I don't even trust 18-year-olds, to be honest with you. But I'm definitely not going to trust a kid who who's barely old enough to drive. Unbelievable. One of the dumbest things I've ever seen in my life. So anyway, so that's why that's where the 2-1 thing. If I think they even they changed the wording too. And it was so funny because then Sid is like, of course, Philip Clay agrees with the election board's decision, which went against the advice of their own attorney. Just a month ago, he's trying to have me declared a Republican not in good standing, and his challenge failed. How many of these people coming after me are connected to my opponent's campaign? You do want to know why it failed? Because it was past the statute of limitations. That's why. But he'll never tell you that. He'll never say, it's like, oh, someone, here's what I heard him say, that somebody else put it in his name. You know what that is? That's fraud. Hey, if someone donates something in your name, that's fraud. That's fake. And he was, from what I heard, he was saying that it was his wife. So you're saying that your wife is not only a Democrat, but she also committed fraud? That's crazy. That's like someone writing a check under someone else's name. But also putting your name on it. I'm just playing around. So yeah. So just like massive L's for Sid Mahant as usual. Here. All right, got that. Let's go into back into the weed stuff. That's basically what happened with the election complaint. But we only have like 3 days left or 2 days left until the primary on Tuesday. I don't know what's the 3 days left. The primary, then we're gonna find out what happens with everything. Listen, I don't like Stewart either, but like I said before, I am not going to replace one shitbag for an even worse shitbag. Just like Thompson, I'm not going to replace one shitbag for a small L liberal shitbag who's obviously going to use suicidal empathy to bring in more Hades to rape your children. Hey, if you want your daughters raped, go ahead and vote for Zelensky. Because she's just going to allow all the cannibalistic Haitians into this country that gets more welfare. All right, let's talk about the IEDC. Let's go back into more calming waters. I'm sure this will gladly help everybody out. IEDC has some very interesting stuff on here. Let me show you. If you go into the IEDC transparency portal, you go to the additional public information, you can go on to all these different tabs. Now, I chose other because I wanted to see. I just clicked on all the tabs to find out what each of them did and like where it took me. Here's where it's kind of funny. We have MOUs. What I forgot what the MOU stands. What the MOU actually stands for. I forgot what the acronym is. Here it is. Memorandum of Understanding. And in this particular understanding, we're teaming up with Lombardy. I didn't even know where Lombardy was, or I've never even heard of. Apparently, it's the Lombardy region of the Italian Republic. And they're just teaming up for innovation research, academic collaboration, workforce development. I don't know what this has anything to do with Indiana, unless you're trying to find some cheap stuff. Hey, we're going to team up with you. We're going to bring in some cheap labor, or we're going to send things to you. I have no idea what's going on. Of course, they're signed by Holcomb. What are you going to do? This one's from Gunma. This is in Japan. Same thing, memorandum of understanding. The participants hereby express their sincere desire to further strengthen their relationship with the goals of encouraging partnership and increasing prosperity. What exactly does this mean? When you say strive to strengthen their partnership based on an enduring and productive relationship focused on mutual respect and interest, why would you need a piece of paper to tell you that? Why don't you just give a high five and then go find some Asian hookers? Cooperate in all fields that are recognized as both participants to be a mutual benefit, Asian hookers, including economic Asian hookers, educational Asian hookers, cultural Tagishi hookers, and workforce development hookers. Work to promote private sector exchange in a range of areas, including economic exchange to ensure open lines of communication and sharing. Dude, a piece of paper is only good as what you wipe your ass with. Nobody really follows any of this crap because they're all looking for leverage to benefit themselves. But I thought the whole MOU thing was fascinating. There's also a place called Flanders. I thought, obviously, first thing I thought of was Ned Flanders. But forgot where they said this was. I'm so annoyed by everything. I'm so annoyed by. I wish we had good candidates, dude. I fucking hate everything right now. I just want good candidates. Let's just. We need to go like full red pill candidates. That's all. If you find a candidate that says, "Yeah, we're going to deport a lot of people," that's what I want. This is what I'm going to call for. We need more. We need a hardcore Andrew Ireland, like just a one-termer. And we're just going to say, "Yeah, we're going to deport them all. Yeah, you guys want welfare? Too bad for you. You're going to get a job. Hey, fat body. You're going to have to get a job if you want. You're going to have to work 80 hours a month." By the way, that's like the minimum requirement to get some welfare benefits. I think I forgot, for childcare or something like that. I forgot it was. It's like 80 hours, and that includes volunteer work. I just wish we had like more. We had better candidates right now. Unfortunately, like Hendricks County is kind of compromised because you have a bunch of foreigners who just want free shit. You have boomers that have suicidal empathy, and then you have people that hate everything and who have completely given up on voting because all it is a bunch of lying pieces of shit that are only there to benefit themselves. Dude, I swear to God, they get taken out by a lobbyist one time and they're instantly compromised. You want to know where this all started? Micah. Micah was like the last straw. Micah was the lightning rod, the canon event that made me. It was Micah and Shreve that were the canon event for me to totally not trust voters at all. That's like the unfortunate part about everything. What was? No, he's not. Please don't spread information there. He is in favor of English test. Okay, Harakat Singh Alawali. Oh, I like this. Come back when. Oh, Julie Roper. Oh man. Yep. Just as thought. Your IQ barely double digit. Is this happening? What is this? What? Oh, it's happening. Oh no. We gotta read about it. We gotta check out the comments page. Hold on. 92 comments. Oh my God. We got to go through some of these comments. Let's see. Additionally, you are not placed political signs on town or park property. I've never run for public office, but I am aware of this rule as well as polling location. Let's see. This is crazy. Many of the other blah, blah, blah. What's the difference between candidate, blah, blah, blah. Dude legit had over 100 signs on round. Okay. How are there like, oh, it was from this one. You're going to get deported. About him being on, sadly takes the long. Look at these fucking boomers, man. Earnings are public. That's the thing that I'm not thrilled with. Bingo. Bruce, correct. I'm so thankful for your voice on this form. You're the key is not turning into a liberal cesspool. Domestic engineer, sure. Who is this? Oh, Junior Dos Santos. Jordan Dos Santos from lives in Salem, from Salem. Sorry, bud. You're gonna have to get deported. Moving on. Person. Who's the other person? Andrew Leitch. Who's this cuck? Ugh. Cartoon character. Tell you what, Michelle Unity really fucking claiming it out on him. However, the violation of being a polling place vote to make. I don't understand how either of them. I thought that my complaint was a bigger drop in the bucket than the other one. But whatever. When Democrats and Republicans agree on something, it's wrong and existential. Oh, here we go. Stanjiv Singh Ball, petty politics. Do your job and you font Jave. What? Hold on. Let me disappear for a second. Look at guy can't even speak English. Petty politics. Do your job and font Jave to go crying to your mommy. Well, the guy can't run his trucking company without safety violations over the national average. So should we be surprised? Who's this guy? Stabbing something. Star Wars name. This is the kind of guy that says that his boss made him sit on his face. Here, Lena Glava. Siddharth Maharaj should pick a district and stick to it. 2 years ago was District 6, this year District 4. Also, pick a party. Sid supporting the Dems Libs doesn't look good. Damn. Based foreigner? Is that what happened now? Lynn something? Lynn Aglavi? Very interesting. Very interesting. Ah, Mill. Ugh. Gross. Why do you have a picture? You freaking gooner. Swear to God. All the gooners are going to be deported when I'm king. Just to let you know. Also, we're going to ban porn. Sorry, boys. No porn for you. All right. And Andrew Ireland's awesome. And Micah sucks for sure. Yeah, they done lumped in with them boomers. Yeah, Ducky, but yeah. Okay, hold on. Let me go back to the comments real quick. Special power. Andrew Ireland can't. Hold on. Bouvier des Flandres. It's a dog. Ducky is yeah. Micah is a disappointment. Is Andrew Ireland still a good guy? Oh yeah. Listen. Andrew Guy is not a good guy. Andrew Ireland is a great guy. All right. He will always be king of the trust chart. I don't think there's anything that Ireland could do right now for him to come off the king of the trust chart. I mean, unless it's like consistently, like you can't kick 2 puppies in the face, then you're gonna be dropping a spot. Micah sucks for sure. That's why I trust you. Well, it's good because I'm king. King. That's why King Dub. You can't spell winning without W. All right. Speaking of, let's go back to the IDC. All right. There was also a childcare funding report that I thought was interesting. We are subsidizing childcare if you don't know this already. So over in like Wells County, there's basically a matching amount. This is kind of what they do with the regional stuff too, and some of the road funding, at least in Indianapolis. Like we're going to give you this much, but you have to match this much. Same thing with childcare. I'll give you an example in Wells County. In southern part of Wells County, there are no preschools for the students that feed into our school district to attend. Therefore, our students are not as ready for kindergarten as they should be. This has become increasingly more evident since COVID. Ready funds will be used to repurpose a classroom in the high school to utilize as a preschool and early child education classroom for high school. Construction is planned for March with the plan to open in August of 23. The school will use equity from existing school funds to pay for the reconstruction and materials of the room. We anticipate the preschool to be an on-my-way pre-K level 3 program while beginning the transition to elementary school for our local. Now, they're planning on 40 child care seats will be created. The ready project amount will be $59,000. The matching amount will be $237,000. Now, am I against this? I'm against everything. What are we talking about? All right. I am so done with everything right now. It's like, take care of your own people. And the reason I say that, as the chair of the Marion County Libertarian Party, we have to understand is that there are plenty of people out there in the trades issue, in the white collar industry, that we could all do this together. However, the reason why we don't is because of abuse and fraud. There are not enough consequences for abuse and fraud. For example, that Somalian that took $1 million and that had $1 million in fraud money, guess what? He only has to spend like a year in jail. Sure, it's a year in the booty house, and he's probably getting his asshole ripped apart and having his shit pushed in. At the same time, you still get $1 million. Now, pick your poison, of course. I don't think that's long enough. I think that guy should be in jail for 10 years. That's what all I'm saying. Blatant, obvious fraud and abuse. You're getting 10 years in a shitbox, son. Vigo County, 145 total child care seats created, 5.5 million in total matching amount, ready project amount, almost $1 million. Some of these go a little bit bigger, 3.2 mil. 700. I mean, it's just a lot. It's just a lot is all I'm saying for the IADC. You got the Taiwan representation. You have the IADC training incentive program data. I started going through this and I kind of fell asleep reading it, but it is fascinating. And it will roll into this. South Bend has a high skill immigration fund. This shit is crazy. Okay, in South Bend, Indiana, gaps in high skilled talent have become inhibitive for the growth of businesses in the South Bend region. High skill immigration funds aim to fill critical gaps in high demand jobs locally and to boost the regional economy. This is absolute bullshit. Okay, I'm telling you that right now. There is not a single job around anywhere in the U.S. that requires an H-1B worker. What is it? Like, hey, I've specialized in Punjabi. That's about it. And you see this too with, actually, you know what? I need to go look up to hire. Oh. Yeah. Let's look at the Purdue intent to hire right here. We have a lecturer. We need to hire an H-1B worker for a lecturer, a Department of Veterinary Clinical Sciences for $98,000? Really? Let's see. Research. Baseball. Professor. Okay. We need to hire an H-1B worker to be an assistant coach for men's tennis? Really? Why? For $59,000. That's why, because they want cheap labor for the H-1B worker. They have to go out there and say, hey, guess what? We have this position open for any American person to be an assistant coach for men's tennis, but the price will be $59,000. This is what I was told. They said that they probably hired somebody else for the job, but part of their deal was to hire their spouse as well. So this is probably what they're going to be doing. I think if anybody's in Purdue, please let me know who ends up getting this job and seeing how they were related to the people in Purdue. Assistant professor, clinical associate. Okay, there we go. By the way, in IU has the same thing too. University. Oh, here it is. H-1B workers. See the posting. We got assistant professor, assistant research, bioinformatics analyst, medical fellow. What is that? What is a medical fellow? Is that just someone who fellow medical? A medical resident. Dude, this is what I don't understand. I thought, from what I understand, is that medical residents are like the thing that people want. Like, it is so hard for someone to become a medical resident, but we're going to give it to an H-1B worker. What the fuck? Anyway, IEDC. All right, so going back to the South Bend High School Immigration Fund application. Now, in this thing, there is a frequently asked question. What is the high skilled? Then they tell you it's up to $4,000 per person to employers who have submitted H-1B petitions in 2025. It also includes support and training to help companies attract and retain international talent. Now, who can apply? When will the award decisions be made? How much funding can an organization receive? $4,000 per H-1B applicant for a maximum of 5 individuals. You're telling me that a business can collect up to $20,000 in H-1B applicants if they're approved? That's crazy. Can I apply for a reimbursement if the H-1 petition was denied or not selected? Yes, you can apply for reimbursement regardless of petition outcome. And who decides the reimbursement amount? Oh, the City of South Bend team will be. So if you have these businesses that are highly connected to South Bend, getting a little money for the politicians and the elected leaders, what are the chances that that business will be able to get a free $20,000 by also keeping the wages low by hiring some foreigner? Go figure, right? By the way, there is also in the do you remember? Actually, you know what? Let's just make my move. Make my move. I know it's around here. There it is. Look at all these make my moves thing. This was Town of Plainfield. This was paying people to move to their area. They had one for Noblesville. Dude, right here. City of Noblesville from 2024. And how much money were they getting? $250,000 to get people to move to Noblesville. Yeah. No joke, by the way. Let me read the description of work and justification. Make My Move will work with the city of Noblesville and the IEDC to develop and execute a remote worker recruiting strategy and conduct a program to generate a pool of qualified applicants and recruit those individuals to live in Noblesville, Indiana. Through the partnerships, we will 1. Establish an inventory of community assets. 2. Develop the marketing messaging, a value proposition, and relocation incentive. What is relocation incentive? We will pay and help you move here using taxpayer dollars. 3. Quantify the value of a remote worker. 4. Build a target pool specifically for the city and county. 5. Execute a marketing campaign to generate a highly qualified applicants. 6. Build processes to qualify, manage, and convert applicants. Now, what's really funny is that they put on there what the Make My Move access, the program administration, the commissions of the IDC. By the way, Noblesville had to match the grant too. So Noblesville community contribution is going to be 250 large. The matching grant is going to be 250 large. So with a combined amount of $500,000 of what? Taxpayer money. To what? Get people to move to Noblesville? Motherfucker, everybody's moving to Noblesville. They don't even have enough housing for it. And they're saying, what is the return on investment estimate? Assuming the household income of $100,000. You got a local property tax, you got a local income tax, you got a direct consumer output for a total of $61,000. So they're saying, but by year 1, between the incremental property tax, the incremental income tax, and the incremental direct consumer output combined in year 1 will actually be $2.1 million. And by year 5, it will be combined at $10.6 million, which is totally bullshit. And they're saying, assuming an income of $100,000. I don't know who the hell wrote this commission, but by the way, you don't need to pay people to come to Noblesville. What was really funny is that I found one of these Make My Move things, and it was specifically talking about bricklayers. Like, no shit. It's like, oh, okay. You're just trying to find cheap people to come and move to your area so they can do brick labor. I forgot which one it was. Even town of Avon had a Make My Move as well. I think it's all the same thing for $118,000, and I'm sure the town of Avon had the matching grant. Let's see. Make My Move will work with the client in the IEDC to develop and execute a remote worker recruiting strategy and conduct 12-month program to generate a pool of qualified applicants and recruit those individuals. Let's come down to here. Right here. Program setup, 23 grand. Program platform, program marketing. Mover incentive, $50,000. Local program administration, $40,000. No, I'm sure not one person getting $50,000 in a mover incentive. I'm sure it's going to be spread out by however many people. But even the town of Avon, right here, establish of inventory, basically all the same crap. Compensation and consideration of performance, blah, 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 blah. Funding contingency, ownership, blah, blah, blah. Confidentiality, equal opportunity, and employer comp. Oh, yeah. Hey, we got to make sure we keep everything. Yeah. Wait, what the crap is this? Make My Move affirms that under the penalties that it does not knowingly employ authorized alien. Okay. Make My Move shall enroll in and verify the work eligibility, blah, blah, blah. Also, no investment in Iran. Make My Move, this is the first time I'm reading this. Providing false certification resulting consequences listed and blah, blah, blah. Sorry, they can't be from Iran. Very funny, though. Let's see. Anything else? Delphi. Team app, Radius, Greater Indianapolis Chamber. Oh, wonderful. I'm sure everything will be just fine. No wonder they won't educate our kids. Yeah. This one's for another 250 large. Same stuff from what it looks like. Let me see Exhibit A. The same thing of how much they're spending. Yeah. Very little information. The Indy Chamber is matching 250,000. Okay, so this isn't even so this is interesting. The Indy Chamber is I want to make sure I'm right on this. Because the Indy Chamber is mostly funded by membership. If I remember right. Greatest dude. But I thought it was also collecting tax dollars. I thought, but let me double check. Here's the 990 for it. Let's. A lot of people. $294,000 on the Revere Hotel Boston, the basement. Marketing. Milestone Business American Structure Point. Okay. Just to let you know, when it says all other contribution, gifts, grants, and other similar amounts not included, that could still be government grants. They still, I know you see the government grants contributions. That could still be part of that. Oh, if about any $500,000. Okay, tax exempt circle. Nope, no. Okay, so nothing really. So yeah, pretty interesting stuff from the IEDC. No shockers there. Okay. Moving on from there, talked about Southwest and also Immigration Assistance Program expanding international employment and economic growth. This is from the city of South Bend. This is their whole thing. By the way, this was last year when they did this. This was from 2025. Results created 6 educational opportunities for employers, including trainings, career fairs, webinars to build knowledge, support a city-led announcement of the program, launch a press conference, disperse financial subsidy for legal costs. Local employers interested in learning more visit over here. Okay, that's where the original was. End focus. Background. Recruitment and hiring of international individuals can have a positive impact of community. Yeah, no thanks. You mean from the rape capital of the world? No thanks. All right. For those who don't know, you can appeal your property taxes, okay? Let me just help you out this real quick. There are 2 different things that you can appeal for. The objective, which is based on data errors. If your assessment includes statistical or processing errors. An example of this includes wrong square footage, assessed with too many bathrooms, or assessed with a fireplace when you do not have one. You can appeal that. The other one is the subjective appeal, which is by the grade, the condition, the market adjustment, trending factors that you believe affected your assessment. By the way, this literally takes like 30 seconds to fill out. I went through it earlier. Are you appealing for opinion-based? You own the property, or are you buying it? Property information. Has the property in question been purchased in the last 3 years? Is the property in question a rental property? The property owner name, is their mailing address, authorized representative email address, company, So that, bam, right there. That just took 30 seconds to appeal your property taxes. By the way, let's see. Let's take a look at this one too. Same thing. Do you think it's this? Do you think it's that? Is the property owner? And fill out information. That's it. 30 seconds and you can appeal your property taxes in Marion County, in Indianapolis. That's about it. All right, talked about that. ADC. Okay. Let's go into the weeds, boys. Let's go into the weeds. Oh, yeah. So I thought this was interesting. Susie Jarowski is like the office of crap. I forgot what her actual title is. I don't want to get this. Jarowski. Secretary of Energy. She's the one who's really pushing the nuclear stuff. She is the Secretary of Energy and Natural Resources. There we go. She was the executive director for MISO, which is basically the grid people. She was part of the Trump administration too. So she's the state campaign director for Trump in Greater Indianapolis, chief of staff, senior advisory in the U.S. Department of Energy, and then she's been doing energy stuff. Come to find out, her kid, Matt Jarowski, is the director of operation and program development for the IU Launch Accelerator for Biosensors, aka IU Lab. Also was part of the IEDC. Also, external affairs specialist for the IURC. Also, LA for the Indiana House of Representatives. Very interesting, right? By the way, who is the one who's running IU Lab right now? David Rosenberg, who is the former president of who the former person who is running the IEDC. I just thought it was interesting. Remember, it's not what you know, it's who you know. All right, moving on to this. Boys and girls, I think I found the data center pack. This is the Indiana Technology and Innovation Association PAC. The committee is formed for ITIA members to impact the political process for advancing technology and innovation ideas. I think this is part of the data center PAC. I think it's part of the AI PAC. And the person who is basically running this right now is Jennifer Hollowell. Who is Jennifer Hollowell? Well, that would be the wife of Kyle Where Are the Bodies Walker. And they actually have a website. Let's look at the pre-primary reports real quick. Here's what you're going to find. This is where it gets really funny. So they had $39,000. They didn't really raise anything. Yeah. But then they spent $4,400. Let's look at who they were giving money to. Greg Good, Spencer Derry, Holdman, Liz Brown, the Indiana Senate Democrat Committee, and the Indiana House Democratic Caucus. So you're giving money to Republicans, you're giving money to Democrats. This is a true uniparty PAC. I don't know. I'd like to know who's donating to. That's really what I'd like to know. Looks like Theodore Barker, Emily Kruger, Salesforce. Oh, that's what it was. Now I remember what I was wanting to look up. Salesforce was the reason why I got really interested in this. Let's look at the filing of when they CFA2 right there, the PAC. So who is the person leading this PAC right now? Well, that would be Amy Wagoner. Now, who is Amy Wagoner? Apparently there's multiple Amy Wagner. Amy Wagner is what? She's the vice president of U.S. state and local government affairs at Salesforce. Basically, she's the queen lobbyist, or well, at least the vice president. Whenever you see like government affairs, that basically means lobbyist. So she's the vice president of U.S. state and local government affairs, who, by the way, is the chair of this Indiana Technology and Innovation Association, which, by the way, they received $10,000 from Salesforce.com. Kind of weird how the chairperson who works for Salesforce also got money from Salesforce. And also this Indiana First. Now, boys and girls, I'll let you go do the information, but all I can say is that Indiana First is very connected to the people that are helping this PAC out. I'm not going to say who they are. It's all public information. I'm not going to say anything. 120. Hold on. Wait a minute. This address sounds very familiar. Actually, let me put this. I don't want to post the address. Well, the address is right there. I just don't want to post the where it's at. Sounds very familiar. 120 water, huh? What the hell is 120 water? What the fuck is 120 water? Anyway, they gave money to Craig Snow, WDD Software Solutions. This is expenditures? Oh, contributions. Okay, so they got money from Craig Snow. That's funny. They gave money to the HRCC, Friends of Chris Garton, Bob Baining, Jeff Ratz, Snow, Liz Brown, Greg Good, Earl Harris, Democrat. Jake Teshka might as well be a Democrat. Chris Judy definitely might as well be a Democrat. Lopez, dude, Lopez got a worse score on than some Democrats for the TPUSA thing. Also gave money to the Democratic Caucus. Terry Hamilton, Matt Pierce, Gia Quena, Shelley Yoder. Wait a minute. Just thought of something. Indiana. I want to check the path. A lobby? Hold on. Aha, yes, they are. Indiana Technology Innovation Association. Okay, so they are. Employer registration, employee activity. All right, so they might. So they spent 37,000 on lobbying this year. Back. Did they do anything in the quarter? Period. There we go. They spent $35,000 in the first period, and they hope they just paid their lobbyists. What about in 24? You have really the most action is going to happen during the budget year. So next year, you expect a whole lot of action. Hey, now they spent 30,000 on lobbying though, so they are lobbyists, but they didn't really do it. So instead of the lobbying where they take people out, they're just using the PAC to give donations. The Vapor Technology and a Charter Innovation Center. Oh boy, I bet the Democrats are going to love this one. This is a new lobby too. First employee activity. Oh, $0. Was my eyes. $1,000. Let's see. Okay. Oh, whatever. All right, whatever. Going back. Bam. Yeah. So something to keep an eye on, especially going to this whole data. Oh, but they do have a website, right? Add it up. Where is it? There it is. All right, so you can see the team, Jennifer Hollowell, who's the executive director, married to Kyle Walker, and then the board members, CEO of Internet Bank. We have the Launch Fishers and the Indiana IoT Lab, the innovation, what is it? Something of technology. Stiletto Agency, whatever that is. Salesforce, Abby Wagonaire. She's the board secretary, by the way. Also, but it shows chair of the PAC. CEO and executive director of Muncie Innovation Connector. Oh wow, Christopher Day of Elevate Ventures. So weird, huh? Checkpoint Sapper Miller, CEO of 120 Water, donated by the way. Indiana Innovation Northeast. President of AT&T, CEO of Counterpart, founder and CEO of InGen Technology. So basically, what's their policy? All right, so what are their policy priorities going into this year into next year? Expand access to venture capital investment and tax credit to capture more Hoosier high growth and innovation. So they're one. Hey, we need to give more money to startups. Wow. Actually, you know what? Hold on. Contributions. I got an idea. There we go. Oh, that's so funny. So the PAC, who's run by, or at least the organization who's run by Jennifer Hallowell, who's the husband of Kyle Walker, wife of Kyle Walker, gave $1,000 to Kyle Walker. I want to see the big pictures right here. There we go. Gave $1,000 to Braun. The Aquina AT&T political PAC. By chance, has a person from AT&T on board. Hoosiers for Ruckelhaus. Dude, Ruckelhaus is the guy to beat. The primary. Yeah. Oh, who got $5,000? HRC. Todd Bray. Okay. All right. So startup investment. Boy, who would have thought, huh? Innovation vouchers. Hey, we need to give more tax credits to innovators, right? Funding for tech and innovation-driven companies, talent, AI and education, advancing STEM education, in-cap and work-based learning, support the expansion and promotion of the Indiana Career Apprentice, provide Hoosier students with valuable skills, blah, blah, blah. Palace certified tech parks. Oh, you mean like Tech 16? Entrepreneurial data sharing, support a coordinated effort to develop and share comprehensive entrepreneurial activity. Whatever. Are they on X? Oh, gotta give them a follow. Oh, what they have them. Oh, let's see. They're on LinkedIn. Oh, they have a YouTube? Ooh, they have any. Oh, they do. Nothing updated. Oh, 7 months ago. Building the future. Indiana's role in advancing the tech. Oh, boy. I got some stuff to listen to. Governor-elect Braun at the IT. Oh, boy. How long is that for? Oh, 39. Oh, these are only like 40-second clips. This is bullshit. Oh, this is some crap. Oh. 38. I want the whole shebang, man. So, the voice of your innovation. Ooh, when's that? August 27th. Hey, you think I should get a ticket? Register today. How much is a ticket? $250? Ugh. Oh, now unless someone's going to pay for me. Captain America. AI basics for small business owners posted a month ago. By the way, I am looking. Oh, yeah, of course. Here. Never trust anybody in a vest. This was at the State House. Ron, Earl Harris. Oh, by the way, got money. Who? Who's this? University of Indianapolis and Dr. Tenaja Singh. AI Summit. For this person. Oh, she's the president of University of Indianapolis. Months ago. Yeah, Indiana Career Apprentice Pathway. Everything's a money scam. Don't forget that. All this stuff is just a way for these companies to get money without putting out anything that good. Yeah, no wonder they don't. If it's public, you can. I mean, yeah, public info. You can say, yeah, I know. But you know, there's a law though now that like you can't post somebody's information, otherwise it's a felony. So, yeah. Oh, okay. So going back to AES. So last week I had my power go out. I'm sure you guys saw, and it was like, hey, you know, the city, especially Hawkset, could leverage where this doesn't happen again, but he won't, and you can do it through the IED. But AES put out not a newsletter, but like a statement saying Google pays for what Google needs. AES uses that investment to support affordability and reliable. Their partnership with Google is structured so that all costs for Google's proposed data center in Monrovia, Indiana are paid by Google, not the 533,000 customers AES Indiana serves across central Indiana. In fact, this investment from Google is projected to save AES Indiana customers over 70. Oh, hold on. Let me do the math on this. Let's see. All right, so we got actually, I got a calculator on here, right? Okay, so we got 770 million divided by 15 years, right? So that should save $51 million a year. Now, if I were to divide that by what, the 533, it should save them $96 a year. Is what they're saying. Hold on, divided by. So it should save them $8 a month. Is what they're saying. It should save the 533,000 people $8 a month. I guess it's better than it going down or going up, right? By the way, I do not believe any of this crap. Not one bit. No cost to existing AES Indiana customers. Google covers 100% of the energy its data centers consume, plus every dollar of new infrastructure needed to serve those facilities. That was supposed to be like the lure of HB 1007. It's like, hey, whatever they need, they're going to have to pay for. But then I saw Ben Inskeep. He's posted something about, hey, well, they're only going to pay for what they need. So, like, if they're going to build new generation and Google only needs 10% of that generation, then they only have to pay for that 10% of generation. Everybody else is going to have to pay for everything to get it going. Stronger grid, yeah, lower bills over time, which we'll see. Regulatory oversight, we'll see. You know what I've noticed about the IURC? Yeah, Ducky, I am totally not. So even though it's not a secret, you can't talk about. Yeah, basically, yeah, Ducky, you are completely right, because it's like they're treating it as intimidation. And I was watching that, Bill. It's like, listen, all this stuff is public information. And I know there was a group of legislators that wanted to be able to hide their address, which, hey, I understand, but yeah, he also like kind of signed up. So also, yeah, I am not buying any of this crap at all. So HB 1007, the customer specific contract with Google is a long-term agreement at a minimum of 15 years. As part of the contract, Google pays 100% of its power costs and 100% of all new infrastructure required for its data center in Monrovia, Indiana. I do not believe any of this, because I'm not sure if you guys saw it, but there is a new, I don't know why when I posted this. Where is it? Okay, right here. There are two articles that came out earlier this year. One was from Spotlight. This was back in January, so 5 months ago, less than 5 months ago. Major power grid operator of Pennsylvania East Coast predicts energy shortfall by mid-2027. And then this one's from Data Center Dynamics. EGM facing up to 60 gigawatts. 60 gigawatts. Let's just do a little chat GPT real quick. Would 60 gigawatts. How many homes? I think that's a lot. I think that's the entire country. 45 to 60 million homes. By the way, the entire U.S. has about 130 million homes. So 60 gigawatts could power roughly a third to a half of all U.S. homes. And by the way, they're saying they're facing up to a 60 gigawatt power shortfall. That means all these data centers are needing the amount of energy to consume a third to a half of all the homes in the U.S. Google will buy their way in, and then we'll get the bill. It's so true. That was actually one of the IEDC things that I was going to talk about right here. Amazon data center are getting crazy amounts of tax benefits. I don't understand how this did not get more popular on Twitter when we posted it. Posted this the other day. It got like no traction at all. And I even broke down of what the tax credits do. Big tax breaks for capital investment and equipment, a tax credit for companies that create full-time jobs, pays developers that fix vacant brownfield properties, helps companies pay for worker training tied to new investments. That's what they're saying. But it's a crazy amount of money. Let's see, 25 million, 80 million, almost $100 million of tax credits that they'll get in New Carlisle, by the way. I don't know why it says 0 for the and the data. This one's kind of interesting. This contract working. I don't know if this contract. Okay, it does. Data center tax exemption agreement. Right here. The project will of the company. Hold on. Yeah, here we go, boy. The project will consist of the company investing up to approximately $11 billion to construct, equip, and operate Dennis Center in St. Joseph County. The project location are generally the commercial date will be effective over here. The investment deadline will mean 2038. Extension deadline will mean 2043. The exemption deadline would, yeah. So the minimum qualified investment will be $800 million. They're saying this will have $800 million. Oh, this is an even. Oh, this is a different one. Holy shit. Or, by the way, they're getting this for the next 20 years. There's a 20-year tax exemption if the company invests at least $800 million. They continue action award. Okay, check this shit out. Holy shit. Holy shit. So they're going to get 20 million. They're going to get 20 years, right? Hold on. The company's proposed investment meets the requirements of, okay, to be considered a qualified data center. If the company invests at least $800 million in a qualified data center before, 2038, which is what, 14 years is the permit, which I'm sure they'll amend. Then they'll use the transaction word until 2043, unless otherwise revoked by ADC. But if the company may continue to use a specific transaction certificate, if the company invests at least $11 billion by December 31st, 2040. Okay, so they have to invest at least $800 million by 2030. Huh? Fireworks? Oh, there might be a celebration for 500, maybe. So they have to invest $800 million by 2038. If they invest another $11 billion by 2043, am I seeing that? Yeah, 800 million. Then they get exempted for another 20 years. Yeah. ST. We'll see. I was looking up other contracts to see if they had one for St. Joseph County at all. I think they changed their. Hold on, let me. I think they changed the way that how they do their search. Look up coal. No, there it is. Okay. Oh wow, this one is expiring this year for that. They get $450,000 to the Colts. This is simple. You guys remember? Do you remember Kendall and Casey talking about this? About the Colts with the IADC? It was complete bullshit. And then Rolls Royce got a sponsorship deal too. The IADC, $21,000. It wasn't nearly as. It was just for 2 months. Equal co-sponsorship IDC Rolls Royce at the seat at the Army Navy football game. Oh, that's what it was. The Rolls Royce and the IADC paid to get tickets to the Army Navy football game in December in Washington. In 2024. I almost forgot about that. Purdue University. Boys. Own time. Wait, that's from the 21 fund. Healthy root. All right, so yeah, that's good. That's good. I think that's it. All right. You guys want to talk about this real quick? How many people are even watching right now? Anybody still watching? Let's talk about whores real quick. This will earn me some brownie points with the women. The Call Her Daddy host Alex Cooper advises women to stop worrying about giving the wrong impression on first dates and to fuck their date to avoid wasting time. A man won't just ghost you because you fucked him on the first date. A man already knows.
I've had so many dates where like I had great first date kisses and I was like, oh my God, I'm never calling you. But Oh, who doesn't love a makeout? Like, makeouts are so fun, okay? And so kiss them the first date, fucking sleep with them the first night. Like, I don't care. You have to go based on what feels good to your body and what feels right to you. And so if you have some fucking friends that are prudes that are like, you should never kiss on the first date, you're gonna give them the wrong impression and they're just gonna think you're a whore. Okay, maybe for you, Cassandra, but I'm about to let him in my back door on night two.
Dude. Just disgusting, degenerate behavior. And then the comments are exactly what you expect, which a lot of them are true. Women should literally be doing the exact opposite of everything this woman says. Just do whatever your feelings tell you to do. Just have fun. It's cool and fun to swap body fluids with total strangers. Not risky, dangerous, or regrettable. It totally won't set you up for a terrible outcome. Don't let people tell you what to do. Prove who you are strong and independent by letting strangers give you anal. What the hell are you wanting brownie points with? The voters. Women. It's all men, also women. Go back to an unknown's house at night while intoxicated. I swear these people are not real. This vile slut is the worst thing that happened to women since Sex in the City. No, this vile whore is the worst thing that's happened since the Kardashians. Brought to you by the following sponsors: Disney, Planned Parenthood, Nia, Netflix, Pfizer, and the New York Times. But it again. Sheryl Sandberg. When looking for a life partner, my advice to women is to date all of them. The bad boys, the cool boys, the commitment-phobic boys, the crazy, the things that make you the bad boy sexy, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, just go for it. This show is really getting great measure of how good of a wife your girlfriend will be. Literally just ask her if she likes the show. If the answer is yes, it's time to break up. Yes, that is so true. Oh, huh? If she likes this show, totally break up with her. Got to be a plant, because how can a mouth be allowed to utter such garbage? The Kardashians, yeah. This is why women need to stop taking advice on men from other women. Dude, women are kind of like their own worst enemy. And the problem is, like, they get so much bad advice from vile women. Telling women to abandon their morals and live like a tramp is damaging to women in society. That's the other thing, too. Is like, you know, I had this, when I was running for office, some asshole had clipped like one little snippet of this like massive conversation that I had on this massive post that I made about women. I can't remember what it was, but they basically very fine peopled me. It was like, oh, you know, women shouldn't vote and blah, blah, blah. Well, guess what? I think like, I'll tell you, like, women probably shouldn't be voting since they can't be drafted. But also, I don't think anybody should be voting if they don't even know who their local elected officials are. Like, hey, do you know who your city councilman is? Do you know who your ward is? Do you know who your trustee is? If you can't answer these basic elected official positions, then you don't know anything that's going on, and you're voting off of you're voting blind, and you should not be voting. And Islam is truly incompatible with Western culture, because whatever this means is Western culture. Yeah, let's listen to the rest of it. We're only
based on what feels good to your body and what feels right to you. And so if you have some fucking friends that are prudes that are like, you should never kiss on the first date, you're gonna give them the wrong impression and they're just gonna think you're a whore. Okay, maybe for you, Cassandra, but I'm about to let him in my back door on night two. You don't have to do anal on night two, but you could. Whatever feels right. You have to be at your core centered with what feels right to you and your body and what you want to do. And if you want to fuck or you want to make out, or how about this? If you don't want to kiss on the first date and that is your MO, great. But don't just be like Googling like, what to do on first date? No kissing. Got it. Check. No. If a man is going to treat you like a piece of shit and isn't going to call you, he's not going to treat you like a piece of shit just because you fucked him or made out with him on the first night. A man knows.
Joke's on you. That's exactly what happens.
Okay? And guess what? Stop giving all a man the power, and so should you. Maybe make out with him so you stop wasting your time. What if little Robbie has got a fucking tonguer that hits the back of your esophagus and you hate the way he makes out? Or what if like small-lipped Sammy is like barely gets a little tongue in there and you're like, I can't even fucking find. We're just hitting teeth. You're probably not going to want to fuck Sammy. But good to know that you got it done on the first date. We're maximizing our time, people. You want to not have a 2-hour date? I'd rather have a 4-hour date, quick makeout, know he's not the one, never see him again, so I can then optimize my time to not have a second date with small lip Sammy. That's how we have to be thinking, okay? We have to be thinking this way. Your friends in long-term relationships, I would be begging to relive that night with Matt. Oh, push me up against the wall. Sometimes they do. Let's pretend it's our first date, okay? You have the power. You, as a single woman, have the power to be completely having these romantic nights. And guess what? Even if he's not that romantic.
Oh my God, that's what this is. This is so funny. Dude, I know I'm gonna take so much shit for this, especially if someone's gonna clip this. But dude, women have the power to do that. I mean, women like this are just like, well, you're in power. That means if you make them nut, that means you're the person who's in power. It's like, joke's on you. Dudes are gonna nut no matter what. All right. This is the cum currency argument of how much money is it per nut, the per nut per dollar deal. So it's like I'm spending it depending on how much money I spend on you and like how much money it would take the nut. So if I'm taking you out on a date and it costs me $100, that's $100 a nut. You know, and then depending if you're on discount or whatever for that weekend, it all fluctuates. And for some reason, women are just like, oh no, I made him nut because I'm in power. It's like, dude, there's people that will collect Funko Pops and use them as sex toys. That's how degenerate a lot of these guys are. It's so funny. That woman is better. Yeah, she said it, not you. Dude, that's the thing though, is like I have so much respect for women that don't flaunt their shit, because it's like, well, where's the allure, right? So especially women that just like have their boobies out, you know, and just throwing out the gazongas, the mommy milkers out there, and they're just like, oh, check these out. It's like, there's no allure to that. There's no mystery, and you're treating it like everybody is available to see it. Like when you're with somebody and you're being modest, you're making sure that you cover yourself up. I'm not saying it's like, this is like, oh, you're trying to cover me up like a burqa. It's more like, no, this body is meant for my man, and only my man is going to get it. And when he wants to see it, I will show it to him. And when he wants to see it, he will see it at the same time. But like showing it off for everybody means that you're not worth it. It's like the currency of yourself. Oh, I'm going to flout out my boobies because I want everybody to see it, because I'm not worth the modesty, if that makes sense. I have so much more. Your job. What is that? Oh yeah, the sing thing. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's also encouraging sin. Yeah, it is. It's 100% encouraging sin. And not only that, but it's like, it's so dangerous if you just having random people nut inside of you. It's dangerous for you. It's dangerous for the future of you. It's like, you don't know what that person has. You haven't done any kind of research. You're just treating yourself as a cum bucket. That's crazy. But whatever. Especially on like a first date. And by the way, for this lady to not think is like, a man won't just ghost you because you fucked him on the first date. Dude, guys do that all the time. It's like, hey, thanks for being my pleasure box. See you later. Man, that happens all the time. What are you talking about? Yeah, have fun with your STDs and completely ruining any chance of emotional intimacy. That's the part that is not talked about enough. And you hear about this all the time with women in porn. It's like you're getting nut shotted multiple times a day by random dudes. There's no like a human interaction anymore. You're just a dead cum bucket. It's the craziest thing. And these days, some guys think they can just walk and put their hands in. Yeah, all the above. Oh my God, yeah. That's the thing. They all think is like, since you're flaunting your stuff off, that automatically gives you permission to just go up there and grab their ass. which is not good. It's all the above, really. It's a balance to everything. You don't want to be a cuck and a simp, but at the same time, like you're just not going to be a degenerate piece of shit. Is disastrous for society. Just this only works if you're willing to sleep with a lot of people before finding the one. Actually doesn't. 2 weeks in, you realize he wants. Okay, that's bad advice too. True man, no need to play games anymore. We all know if you're not fucking us, fucking some. Okay, that's bad advice too. There are things, if you guys did not know, there are things called foodie calls. I have been involved with that, where a woman just goes on a date for you to pay for their dinner or drinks, and then just totally ghost you. That's happened to me. Not in a long time. You do understand that this woman's body is a biological grand central station for STDs. Men, please don't have sex on a first date with Alex Cooper. Never have sex with Alex Cooper. I think she's married, though. I thought I saw a ring on her hand. She lets you smash in a first date. She lets every guy smash in the first date. You don't turn a hoe into a housewife. Entirely. If I can get it this easily, so has everyone else. I mean, that's a lot to be said, too, right there. Taking relationship advice from a woman who is always and without fail completely retarded. Yeah, I mean, a lot of the comments are spot on. FYI, men don't marry whores. They fuck them every time, but they'll never marry them. It's true. They just use them as a ride. This is probably what I worry about the most. What will society look like 10, 20, 30 years from now? It's pretty much over. That's what I'm so worried about in the future. That's why I'm convinced Islam will probably end up taking over. To agree to split the bill on a first date. I am a huge proponent of that, Ducky. Like, we're both adults. We're just here to meet each other and talk. If it's a coffee, listen, I'll pay for the grande ice shake and espresso, okay? If you're talking about going out to eat, like, dude, it is so expensive to go out to eat. You get, like, some Mexican food, you're in it for, like, $70 right off the bat. You get 2 drinks, you get 2 entrees, you get some free, Costco chips and some not that great sauce, but you're in it. I mean, I'm never going to disagree if a woman says, I will cover myself, you cover yourself. I'm like, all right, cool. So an adult who's just wanting to get to know me, Yeah. You mean pay? Let's see. Guy will absolutely ghost you if you sleep with him on a first date. It's a red flag, knowing well that if you slept with a guy on a first date, you probably have done it before. Most ran throughout view. That gal's dressed with kind of pro-choice. That's so funny. There's a good point. If you're going to wait until marriage. Waiting 3 dates instead of 1 is just silly. This whore will never find a guy after this BS. She'll find a guy and then she'll use her and then throw her away. That's what the women like this are, just electric shavers. They're just reusable for so long, and then when they get dull and worn out, they'll just exchange them for a different one. I mean, the call her daddy people are by far one of the most disastrous part of society. And it just gives low self-esteem women this idea that they're in power and they let some random dude nut inside of them. When it's truly not the case. You're just using them for fun. This bitch will also complain when a guy uses her. She is no better than men. I mean, that's the other part too. There's so many scumbaggery men that like constantly lie and then just manipulate women. And that's also bad. It's also bad on the opposite side when it's just women that are manipulating men to get what they want. Keep talking, Alex. There's a higher chance I will ghost you than. Dude, let me tell you what. I have known so many people that purposely ghost women if they fuck them on the first date. It's like they're looking for women to put out on the first date just so they can ghost them. We had Mexican food tonight, $70, 200. Yeah, exactly. But I had leftovers tomorrow night, except for the market. Yeah, exactly. That is so true, Ducky. Dude, there's a place that I'll go to like once a week, and it'll be like $70 in another. Sometimes more. Dude, there's a place over in A1 that'll get Mexican food. And the drinks are tasty, not gonna lie, but it's still like, what is it, almost $17 for one margarita. You're talking about $14 for an entree. So right off the bat, you're in $31 for drinking an entree. You get 2 people on that, plus the tip. You're in like $70 plus dollars, $70, $80 for one thing. It's crazy. However, getting one big drink instead of 2 small drinks, I think, is the play. Is the money play zone. Box theory: keepers, sleepers, sweep. Let's see. While we're here, let me talk about the last thing since we're talking about whores. That 23 or 25-year-old had sex with a 17-year-old student for 3.5 hours while her very forgiving lawyer husband was away on a hunting trip. So this is the lady, and then this is the husband, and apparently they were tugging and fucking for a little bit, and then the mom found out and the friends found out, and then while the husband was out on a hunting trip, they banged it out for 3 hours. Here's the worst part when I talk about cuck losers, is that this guy still stayed with her. Now, there's like a point where like this guy has a ton of money. He does not have to stay with her. She cheated. She was caught cheating. So there's literally no way that she'll ever get any alimony unless like Utah is totally, or Idaho is really cooked. The couple appeared to have stayed at the $1 million property until they moved to Idaho, where they jointly bought a house of their own for $498,000 in June 2024. Kindred's move to Idaho created some drama with the state's Professional Standards Commission over her teacher's license. The commission opened an investigation to her after it received allegation of unethical content. Allegations were made that Kindred surrendered her Washington educator certification and pled guilty. It wrote, Kindred voluntarily gave up her license in response to preventing any further action by the commission. So you got people that were staying at a $1 million property until they moved to Idaho, and then they bought a $500,000 home in June 2024 with some activity. He's an enabler. She will do it again. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and a lawyer. Yeah. You think he doesn't have friends that are a part that know how to get out of this? Yeah, and he thinks that he can just start having random slam pieces if he's a lawyer. Dude, just bang a bunch of dirty whores and then move on. You know, I was talking to somebody about Californication earlier today, and I was like, there's a guy, Charlie Runkle. He got a divorce from his wife, and he said the only way for him to get over it is to bang 100 random women. And he said it took him like 5 years, I think, to bang 100 random women. Hit the Call Her Daddy followers. Yeah, for sure. Those are all emotionally compromised, roasted beef, without a doubt. Yeah. I was gonna talk about the this stuff, the Elevate Venture stuff of what I found, but it's kind of in the weeds. I just didn't understand why Elevate Ventures gave a bunch of money to the Northeast Indiana Regional Development Authority. And I was trying to figure out why. Well, then I found an article from Elevate Ventures that they were teaming up with them for startup success. So like, oh, there's all these startups and we're trying to attract them in Northeast Indiana. Let's give them a bunch of money. I don't know who the fuck is moving to Northeast. But then, you know, I found Christopher Day that was hanging out with Stephanie Frisia, who's the president and CEO of NEI. It seems like a play. I'm not exactly sure what it is. And then you saw Braun announce this whole AI thing the other day, which I thought was absolute bullshit. This is absolute bullshit play on the AI stuff. In fact, I was coming home from this church thing earlier today, and I saw a billboard. I saw one of the billboards over on Was it 465 or was it 31? I forgot. I think it was 465 heading south on the west side from like 31 here. It was an AI billboard. It was AI Indiana. Here's the funny thing, though. They're teaming up with CICP. But if you go to the AI project, hold on, let me see. The website is a CICP Indiana website. It's not even like its own web address of like AI Indiana. Nope, CICP is handling the entire thing. So if you guys don't know what CICP is, it's basically like the Illuminati of without the hidden stuff. This is like Spectra from James Bond. We have all the CEOs of all these major corporations, and they're all gathering together how they can try and manipulate to having things benefit for them. So CICP is the people that are going to be running this AI trajectory. Where was it actually? AI seems which they are executing the initiative, is planning a series of workshops, virtual demonstrations, and direct outreach via regional partners and industry networks to assist Hoosier employers. This is kind of in the weeds. This is why I kind of made it at the very end, because if you guys are tired and not really paying attention, then this stuff will bore you. I didn't want to start off the show with this, but so Braun announced that Indiana AI, a new statewide initiative focused on helping businesses grow, create jobs, and increase wages through the practical application of centered AI. Now, there was a report that said that with AI, this business saved like an hour a day on efficiency, or like doing something. It was like, or people can get off their fucking ass and do the work if you're needing AI. The initiative will be executed by the CEOs of Indiana Corporate Partnership, aka CICP, and will work directly with the employers across the state to accelerate AI adoption in ways that strengthen businesses and opportunities. Here is the problem, bros. What do you need for AI, though? You need data centers, right? You have to have this regenerative AI to figure out your little problems, whatever they may be. And this is what they're going to use to gaslight people. Hey, aren't you guys making money with this AI? Hey, that means you guys need data centers. That's right. That's the only way you guys can make money. We're going to convince people that they need AI, but the only way to have AI is data centers. So listen, I know you guys are getting tax exemption, the data tax exemption. I know that they don't have to pay sales taxes on electricity or the things that they buy. And they might get property tax abatements from the local areas. But think of how much money that you'll make. And then they'll probably put out some bullshit fucking study out there saying it's like, well, with the AI, you'll make this much. So those property tax abatements are really just a small thing that you don't have to worry about. Think of all the money you'll make, all the efficiency that you'll make. Here's where I know where this is going to go, though. They're going to bring in a bunch of cheap Indian labor because Americans are getting pay too much, and then they'll bring in H-1B labor so they can just go star, curry, and they'll say, oh, well, then we can just do this. We can just punch a bunch of buttons half-assed because they're dipshit jeets, and hey, look at how much the businesses are making, because these are all what? CEO of Indiana Corporate Partnership. They're all CEOs of all these major corporations, and what's the one thing that they need? Money. And how do they make more money? Getting cheap labor. And if it's AI running the show, then all you need is third world brain behavior. It's very simple. And this is where I'm telling you guys right now. I know I'm having fun and having jokes with explaining all this thing, but we all see it. We all see that what the actual game plan is. Hey, we're just gonna have dipshit jeets out there, dipshit H-1B workers to hit a couple of buttons. They're still gonna fuck up because they're dumb, but at least they're cheaper. And the money that they'll save on hiring these cheap people, and then they have to pay somebody else to fix all of it. It'll still be cheaper than having competent people in those positions. Or they'll say, oh, we need more help. Let's invest more money into blank, 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 instead of just having people in there, competent people getting paid money. The initiative will prioritize Main Street businesses in all corners of the state. What does that mean? What does that mean, Main Street? This is like their favorite term now, their golden term. Main Street businesses. What do you mean by that? Which one are those? Indiana AI brings together the work already happening across Indiana into a shared strategy focused on one of the most consequential opportunities of our time. It aligns the state, our initiatives, and partners to accelerate AI adoption across Indiana. Through Indiana AI, we are working with employers across sectors to turn interest in action and ensure that adoption real growth. The program is, here's the bullshit part. The program is expected to reach more than 1 million Hoosiers and engage thousands of employers statewide, supporting business-led AI adoption that drives measurable economic impact. Dude, there was just no way that this will come out on a good note. You're going to bring in H-1B labor. You're going to keep wages down. You're going to have fucking stupid-ass people running these things who have no idea what they're doing, and they're just going to rely on what? Some hidden voice inside of a box that has that's saying, oh, actually, you're right, I'm wrong. Or you're wrong, I'm right. Like, how many times have I used ChatGPT and then it's like, and I was able to prove it wrong? Even though, like, one of the first times that I used ChatGPT, which was like a year and a half ago, and I said, give me all of the states that have a fewer population than Los Angeles. And I think there's like 30 or 40 states that have a smaller population than LA County. There's LA County, not Los Angeles. Actually, hold on. Let's see where it's at after. Maybe it learned itself. No, why? Yeah, mid-sized state. States smaller than LA. 40. Okay, yeah, I was right. 40 of them altogether. There we go. So when they talk about getting rid of the Electoral College, that means the people of an LA County will determine who is. Fuck you, retard. So I started looking more into this AI thing, and there was a connection with Elevate. So Elevate also, okay, so there was a thing called an innovation voucher grant, which would basically, hey, we have this startup thing, we need to have more money to rent out a lab so we can finish whatever thing. Insert whatever you want to say. And Elevate was originally doing it, giving these innovation voucher grants out, but then it got changed to applied research. And there's an actual video on here.
Project, like I said earlier, it could be a wide range of things, but it is doing research services. So let's say you need to perform a study with Purdue in their lab, and only Purdue is equipped to do that study.
Oh, wow.
So you would apply for an innovation voucher. Let's say the total cost of doing that work, but from your internal prep to the Purdue study to the back-end analysis that your team is going to do is $100,000. That would be including all of the costs. So I actually don't know how many years it's been around, but it's been around for a while. It was with Elevate Ventures previously. So ARI took it over last year. It is now an ARI program.
Okay, so it was originally a Elevate Ventures program, and then I got moved over to Applied Research Institute program. This is the connection between Elevate and ARI. Now, I don't know, like, hey, do they know each other or whatever? That's the thing that I'm not exactly sure of. But rest assured, you know, if CICP is involved with this whole thing, it's totally over. We started with, oh, here. Here it is. Indiana companies are already beginning to apply AI in ways that support both businesses. Start with a simple question. How can AI use to work smarter and solve real problems inside our business? Chief Information Officer of Jasper Group with in the Indiana Uplands by applying a complex engineering challenge we've turned manual. Okay, so but what AI are you working with? Also, like, what happens if when they're wrong, and they will be wrong? Okay, so here's the website, what is it? Basically, IndianaAIReady.com. But when you click on it, it goes into the CICP web address. And I know it's because, like, well, they're the ones that are doing it. Here is another point that I wanted to make. I started going through this whole website. This will be the last thing that I talk about. Have it on it. Oh yeah. Start a project. So these are all the AI project examples they can use. University led delivery, blah 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 blah. Okay, so here's where it is. You got Purdue University machine learning workflow automation. Mark Hayes from the okay, so Mark Hayes. Oh, there it is. The innovation voucher. That's actually how I found this thing. You had the micro internship with the IEDC, and then you had the innovation voucher with ARI, but originally Elevate Ventures was the one that was using the innovation voucher. Also, Mark Hayes with the Rose Holman Institute of Technology, Elevate Ventures gave money to them too. If I have it. 2024. I don't know if this is it or if it was 2020 that did it. I was looking. All I'm saying is this is just more handshakes and hand jobs for, yeah, right here. They gave them an innovation voucher. The Rose Holman Institute Technology gave them innovation voucher for 145 grand. That is what they gave me. Innovation voucher? Amplified Sciences, Circular. Okay, and then they gave the direct regional grant. This is what pisses me off so much. Elevate Ventures is supposed to be investing into companies so we get a return on investment. What does giving $329,000 to the Northeast Indiana Regional Partnership, which is basically just a economic regional deal, and how do we get a return on investment? How do you even measure that? And then you're going to give a direct regional grant to Circular for $248,000 in Evansville. This is why I have been saying for a long time, we need to not deal with Elevate Ventures anymore. You need to just cut them off at the legs, and you guys are not getting any more money until you show how much money we are getting. We need to harvest the money back. That's what we want. We want to know, okay, we have given you how many millions of dollars already? What, like, all right, where are we at right now with Elevate Ventures? Government grant. Listen, don't forget, their CEO is making almost $500,000. Philip Lodato. Someone told me to look into Philip Lodato the other day. I forgot who it was. Instructions. IBJ. Yeah. Why are you advertising on IBJ? I don't know. But look, government grants 400,000. IEDC state contract $6.5 million. Like, what the fuck? Doesn't make any sense at all. Yeah, it's just annoying. Elevate Ventures needs to be destroyed. IEDC needs to be destroyed. I think I'm over the connection with the NEI. I see what they're doing. It just doesn't make all. That's the bullshit they want to put out. Sure, go for it. That's good. Good here. I'm gonna look more. By the way, I'm gonna look more into the. I do plan on looking more into. I'm good with. I don't know. I guess if I get bored, I'll look into the IEDC a little bit more. Should I do a video on how to? I guess I'll just do a quick video. I'll keep that. I'll keep that one open. That open. Which one? The Ho one. Frozen. Bing, bong, bong. Oh crap. Reopen tab. Oh, that's what it was. MISO. So new president. They had person. Oh, that's so annoying. $150 million. So bad. What are we talking about? About to end the show, actually. We're talking about hoes. We're talking about Elevate Ventures. You know, a bunch of money go to Elevate Ventures that just going into their handshakes and hand jobs fund. The I was trying to figure out who the MISO president. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. Oh no, it's PJM. That's who it was. President. Yeah, here we go. PGM. That's what it was. PGM Board of Managers announced today that it has appointed David E. Millers to serve as PGM Interaction 5th permanent president CEO effective yesterday. There we go. I don't know what this guy's deal is or what he's planning on doing. All I know is that we don't have enough energy. I don't know if he's going in there to try and fix it, but good luck. You know, I think it's totally over. I think all we can do now is just have fun. I had another tab. I'm just cleaning stuff up now. I have so many tabs open. I really need to restart my computer. Oh, yeah. Somebody was talking about how, like, Tracy Powell didn't have his candidacy until after redistricting. And I was like, I looked up his CFA 1, I think it was. And I was like, what are you talking about? He filed last summer. And here's a picture of his filing. So this is like way before anything was being talked about with redistricting. Absolute dope. I don't know who it was. I think it was some news reporter. Oh, hold on. Oh, Marion County. Okay, who was the guy's name? What's the name of the like old Sullivan or something? Here it is. Talk about your girl Chloe today. Joseph O'Connor, I was close. Dude, that is the funny. That's on Facebook, isn't it? Oh man, hold on. Yeah, we gotta look it up. Chloe something. What was the last name? I forgot the name of the actual page. What? Oh, who? Oh, it's against Liz Brown too, right? Is it? I think it is. Yeah, Chloe Andis. There we go. Oh man. Here we go. Dude, by the way.
Chloe for Hoosiers, running for Indiana State Senate District 15. This is our first live, so bear with us, but we'll take it from the top. We've got Legion.
You're invited to a town hall on. Oh, it's today from 1 to 2:30. I would have clearly driven all the way to Allen County for a.
Hi all, Chloe Andis running for Indiana State Senate District 15. So recently we did a video about property taxes, and we had lots of questions about Indiana's tax structure. So let's talk big picture taxes. Save this video. We are nickel and dined from many different directions here in Indiana, but there are 4 main taxes: sales, income, property, and excise taxes. The sales tax in Indiana is 7%. That means when you buy something, you're generally paying 7 cents on the dollar in taxes, primarily.
By the way, if you don't know that, you should not be allowed to vote.
To the state. The income tax in Indiana is 3.05%. It is a flat tax, meaning whether you make $50,000 or $50 million a year, you pay the same rate, which also means the less money you make, the more you spend on taxes. The property tax rate in Indiana is set at the local level, government, and funds things like items like gas, cars, alcohol, and tobacco.
What's their fucking point?
This is an overview of Indiana.
Okay, that was just all right, so this was Liz Brown, right? Yeah, Liz Brown has one episode. Chloe Anders is a man who is masquerading as a woman and is running for Senate District 15. Yeah. Imagine sending your whole mailing list a picture of a toilet and then asking for a vote. I mean, you're a dude. You use the dude's bathroom. That's all I can say.
Hi all, Chloe Anders running for Indiana. Hi all, Chloe Anders running.
Oh, by the way, I saw Moed's campaign reports too. It looks like Robert Smith from the. Yeah, I would go with that. I've been practicing pride bone. Even this Fruit Loop gets the point. Oh man. One of the evangelical values.
Hi.
Oh, listen, there's a broken clock.
Hi, my name is Chloe Andes, running for Indiana State Senate District 15. My question is for Darren. The first line on your flyer is "You will stand with President Trump." How do you plan to run a MAGA agenda when your opponent has the president's endorsement?
It's pretty simple. That endorsement was the payback for supporting redistricting.
They took the bait. What bait? It was an easy question. We already knew what the answer was going to. I would have answered it differently.
Hi all, Chloe Anders running for Indiana State Senate.
I love the cannabis argument because they're just like, if you're gonna have to convince me more than it gives more money. If you're just gonna say because I want to get high without getting in trouble, okay, then that is what it is. But don't play the game of, oh, we'll get more money off of it. Yeah, you mean more money for our government to waste? Lick my twat. One is. Joke's on you. No. Anyway. Who else is in it? Julie McGill. So probably Julie McGill will win the
Democratic candidate for Senate District 15. I'm out here today in the neighborhood of 46815, meeting neighbors and
talking to people. Utility profits not. Let's talk about childcare. Hey, I think taxpayers need to fund childcare. Listen, I opened up my legs for some rando and they nutted inside of me. And by God, I think taxpayers should deal with it. I think they should pay for my childcare. Because all I'm going to do is get Rusty drunk again and let some other guy use me as a cum dumpster. How much did Darren vote spend? So when she won last time, what was the... Oh, she ran unopposed last time? She ran unopposed in 22? All right, so it is a close district. That's interesting. I think that's going to be very close. That's funny. So back in 2016, Jim Banks had won the primary against Kip Tom and Liz Brown. And then 22 or 20. Oh, okay. Oh, for Congress. That's what it was. Yeah, Liz Brown tried running for Congress in 20. I did not know that. Aaron Vogt tried for Congress in the state Senate, I'm sorry, in 2014. The more you know. All right, I'm going to check this out real quick, and then I'm calling it a night. Let's see where we are with contributions from the Senate Majority Committee. I checked it earlier this morning and posted it, and it was quite a bit. In the run. Turn look. Last one. Okay, so they're done. They can't do anymore unless they're going to spend money on like social media ads. Oh, HRC. Tracy Brown. Who the fuck is Tracy Brown and Scott Fleur? Who are these people? Hold on. I got to look this up. I know they are very worried about Jeff Thompson, though. Who's Daryl? I know they're worried about Stewart and Jeff Thompson mostly. Jim Pressel has a primary opponent? No kidding. Hold on. Maybe you shouldn't have tried to fuck up that EDL thing last off. I'd run against it. Juanita Haynes. Built a Ballotpedia. Got a personal YouTube? Oh, what do we got here, boys? Go, my speech at the GOP breakfast. Joy to the world. Sports. Or okay. Okay. You don't even okay. I am a mother of 3 beautiful adult ladies. Freedom, firearms, and crafting. I love cats. Protect the ones voiceless. He is retweeting Candace Owen. She plays Disney Dreamlight Valley. That's a red flag. Very much into her cats. Have a meowy Christmas. All right. You know how I talked about Zelensky earlier? I'm treating this woman the same. The person on Facebook. Troll free. Don't feed the election trolls. Respect dialogue. Well, I mean, listen. You know, I'm not saying there's a type, but I'm saying that it's a. Okay. Wild horse. Dude, what is up with these people? Delete your personal. Recently received a campaign mailer from Becky Pressel supporting her husband. It sells something very familiar. There's a large portions of copy directly written by Becky Redder. Oh man, she's just copying stuff. Okay, you want Juanita Haney for state representative, dude. I don't like the butch cut. That's what I'm gonna say. I am if you got a butch cut, you're a hard no for me. Get the Carrie Lake haircut? No thanks. Oh man. He's got spending money. She's spending money? No kidding, Haney, huh? Hold on. This is getting interesting. Haney? Haney? This is getting fascinating. Oh wow, okay. Whoever this that person. Burger King. Burger King. Interesting. So they all mailers. Okay, so she's spending $4,500 on mailers. Very interesting. Hold on, let's read what they are. Give data centers massive sales incentive. Co-authors with an expanded data center tax exemption. Or 1330, which sought to strip away local control. Yeah. Man, that's a pretty. You know, all you have to do is not do stupid shit. That's all you really have to do. 25 proponent to call for a study on BM data sales due to private security. Hard to kill the bill 3 years in a row. That is so funny. What are you talking? He's pointing out stuff. But this is. Oh, that's why, because you're supporting Jim Pressel. Oh, of course. Wow, it's almost like I'm just pointing out all the L's he's taken. Got an attack mailer from my opponent's campaign today. Juanita Haney is lying about her opponent to hide her own. Radical liberal. Oh, NRA. Oh man, that's so funny. That women shouldn't. It's gonna be so funny. This is like the very fine people thing with me. He said women shouldn't be in politics and elect or do elections and vote and blah. It's like, okay, well, you missed like this massive thread that I've had made, and just totally missed the whole pan. Author driving pollution cards for legal aid. There's another Pressel fan right here. You might have a chance. You might have a chance. Very interesting stuff. This is actually really funny. At City Hall meeting, they say, "Oh yeah, I think I have to go to the city county today." All right. All right, I'm good. Oh, that's who I wanted to look up. Tracy Brown. I want to see who this person. Obviously, have a Oscar. Oh. Oh man. Oh, they're just helping Bagsby. That's good enough for me. All right, boys and girls, I'm out of here. You guys have a good night. Stay safe, stay dry, stay everything that I would do. And make sure you check out Tuesday night. I'm sure I'll have more information. Oh, actually, no. Tuesday's the primary. I don't think I'm going to have a show on Tuesday. Because I might, if I do have a show, it's going to be a live watch along on the Indie Reporter page. And we're just going to be looking at, but I don't know. I think we're just going to be hanging out at possibly a bar. Getting updates on everything. I don't know. We'll see. Dealer's choice, of course. All right, you guys. Have a good night. Love you guys. Bye.